Yeah, it depends on what rules you use. It's a basic standard. It's just up until one point. It's just
So I
15
made you
times.
guys a couple new maps.
Yeah, I see it.
Also doing a different little city map for you guys as well, but it's still a little bit long ways to go. This one's a little bit more manual, and I'll be adding some of the buildings that you wanted to have, like specialty skill building, brothel, which is on the top left, with different layers and
cool.
stuff. Yeah, trying to get those done. But yeah. For the most part, we'll just use a little bit of imagination today.
Sure thing.
That's D&D after all. It's a lot of imagination.
I
is.
like making you guys maps.
appreciate
And I
them.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, what is the party going to do?
I think the plan is to go and see the brothel madam.
Okay. Who's there right now?
I think everybody.
I don't know where Raylith is.
Oh yeah.
He's upstairs. He's a bit busy right now.
Okay.
with
I
a
mean, it
Goliath
has been a
female.
while.
Yeah, that's. Wow.
Stone's
stamina.
just been on autopilot at this point. What is Stone doing, if I may ask?
He was
just
last
left
seen downstairs watching performances, wasn't he?
Yeah. From that, I mean, flirting probably. I don't know.
All the pretties.
All the pretty boys.
So you guys head to the brothel, which is led by Ash's great, mistress. What do you tell her? You can describe her, Ashes, so everybody gets like a good idea of what she is.
Okay. She is an older elven female. She's still really pretty, but in human years, she'd probably be like 60. So I don't know how much that would be in elf years. But yeah, she's still pretty hot. She still has her customers and whatever. But she looks very dignified, like a highborn kind of high elf.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of see as the party go in, there's a lot of women in here, even men, and they all seem to be doing their thing. Some of them beckon some of the other party members over to their tables to have some fun. What's the party?
Well, Stone wants to come upstairs, first of all, and rejoin the rest of the group.
Yeah, you can.
I guess it would make sense to go straight to Madame Elstein.
Okay. So you guys leave the inn or wherever you guys were in, and
I don't know, we were already in the brothel, we just hadn't seen her.
oh, okay. Now.
Yeah, it's a busy evening.
And he takes the time to actually, find you guys, and she kind of like nods at Ashley, kind of waves at her. Oh, my dear.
Ashes will walk over to her.
My dear, it's been so long. How have you been?
I've been better, but it's been good. I'm okay.
You seem to be kind of sitting, enjoying the music from a couple like bards that are just playing in the corner. A very lively place, considering the situation.
I'm really sorry, but I come to you with some bad news. Well, a couple of pieces of bad news, really.
Mm-hmm. He kind of like looks at you.
Do you remember Aldrich, who took me?
Oh, such a young, fine, strapping lad.
Yeah, he kind of... Well, we don't know how it happened, but he got infected and went crazy, and then he stabbed one of our friends, and then he got swallowed up by shadows, and I'm not sure if he's dead, but he's certainly not on our plane of existence anymore.
Oh, and she was like, that sounds quite horrible.
Yeah. Is there any way we can talk in private? Because I have some kind of important stuff to tell you as well. I don't think it's a good idea with so many customers around.
She nods, and you start going like upstairs to her office, and you make it to what seems to be a very very lavish, very good-looking kind of office. It's got like 2 chairs inside. He just kind of looks at you and just kind of goes like, "Oops." So, what is this important stuff that you need to speak to me about?
I don't really know how to put this or how to begin to explain this, but we need to. You need to get out of the city.
Why?
I mean, I don't really know. I know that in the next 8-9 days, the city's not going to really be here anymore, and the people in it. Well, I mean, you know how the acolytes are running through the city right now, and I've been away for so long, and.
Well, you mean those little idiots running around speaking softest stuff that? Well,
Yeah,
people just
we're in
ignore them.
danger.
Even if the acolytes do present some kind of trouble, those undead little armies cannot pass through this, to the giant wall. Even Saul doesn't have even Saul doesn't have the numbers for such a crazy assault. They would just kind of bang their heads against walls until they eventually just die out. It's not the first time this city has been attacked in my lifetime, and it would certainly be not be my last. And as you're kind of speaking, everybody feels like a faint shake, like. And she just kind of grabs her glass and goes like, by the gods, it's been like this for the last couple of weeks.
Is it getting worse?
No, but it just comes and goes.
Yeah, Ashes looks kind of quite desperately at Seraph, because it's Seraph who told her this.
Well, she's standing quite close, and she's looking really nervous. Hoping Ashes would have dealt with it or something. I mean, she doesn't really know what to say. So, Second, wait.
Oh, no wonder.
Ashes is like stalling for time.
Sorry.
Saying, but your sister, didn't she tell you anything else?
Gave me some sweet spells.
What? Yeah. No, I have it from a reliable source that this city will fall in 10 days, and that was maybe 2 days ago.
Did you say how? This city is well protected, and the guards are well trained. Even though that I have information that they were defeated down on that far off, on the other side of the wall. They do have the highest catapults. And from what I've been told by the guard, they are very well stocked for a siege that could last even a year.
I know, but we are talking about very strong magic. I'm not comfortable talking about how I know this, but please, you have to trust me.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Usually you can talk to people and you don't have to roll for it, for them to kind of listen to you. But he seems very confident that unless he has some kind of super weapon, that's what you're getting off of me. Unless he's got some kind of super weapon just through walls, giant fucking walls. An army of skeletons, even like ogre skeletons or whatnot, are just going to be banging their heads against the walls. And compared to that one city you guys were in, keep this in mind, that city had a 30-foot wall, right?
Yep.
This one goes up to 100 or 200 feet up.
That is one wall.
That is, and it's very thick. So, even though having a ramp that would just go up that would just be crazy. And you've always seen throughout the entire wall, they've been setting up catapults. They've been setting up everything. From what you've been seeing, a lot of military movement. Apart from that, she kind of relates this as well. If I had any doubts that the city could fall by an army of undead, I would have skipped town. That's why, apart from some people that have left, because they always leave in sieges, some have just stayed here. It's just, especially some elves like me that have seen the Tasani that once attacked us using their dark magic from other Patreons. Little asshole warlocks. They saw they could bring down the wall by shucking fireballs all night long. All it did was just kept me awake at night.
I'm sorry, madam. Look, I'm only telling you this because Ashes trusts you, and Ashes considers you in the highest regard. And
I see that you are very well, and she looks at Ashes. I'm very flattered that you are very worried about me. But if there's anything that might come, you always know that I always like to have a little escape through the tunnels just in case. To the sewers. I had a friend in one of the guilds, and he taught me where some an exit tunnel is that they use sometimes. So if anything comes to shove, I'll try to get the girls down there.
Yeah,
We can try persuasion
and
try to get her.
She's not happy with that.
If you really want her to change her mind, you would have to roll persuasion, because you guys are saying the city's gonna fall in 8 days.
I'll
no
roll in a
proof.
sec. I've just got to get roll me back up on my PC.
Yeah. In most cases, you guys don't need to roll anything, so long if you speak with some kind of logic or the person's interests align with that. Yeah. But this person, you guess, is very confident the walls are just gonna hold.
yeah, I mean, we don't really have any evidence. We can't really back up.
Yeah,
our
I'll
claim.
try.
It's just sort of hoping Ashes could convince her, I guess.
But I could.
Well, we'll see what I roll, but Ashes doesn't know any more than you do. She knows less than you do. She heard it from you.
Yeah. Second-hand knowledge.
She looks at Ashes. What I could do, honey, is if you could catch that accursed killer that's been out in the streets as of late.
Oh, you mean the Ripper?
Yes. You remember Carly, right? Poor little girl. She had a sister. She was, she used to work here for her sister. She could go to school. She was out at night, and she's just disappeared. I've talked to the priest, and he has assured me that he has doubled the amount of priests that are out at night, making sure that to try to catch him, since the guards don't seem capable of such a feat.
Well, we did see the bounty board, and that was going to be our next port of call. I saw Tyrone, and he told me that some of ours have gone missing, and from the other whorehouses too.
Yes, this little demon has taken families as well. It seems like he doesn't have any type of preference.
Do you have any idea of where we might find him, or any leads, or anything?
Well, from what I've been told by the priest, is the necromancer, the noble necromancer, the noble son's necromancer son. The noble's not a necromancer, but the son is.
So he's going through a goth phase.
I don't know what
He's like
that
the
is.
kid of a nobleman, and he's rebelling by being a goth.
Probably. But I do know, at least for facts, that he was expelled from the wizard school here for tapping into that type of magic. You know how Tasani people don't like that. And afterwards, he's been shown to have reanimated cats, animals, and as of late, we've been told that he even went into the burial, to the gravesite near the church, where the priest is, and he dug up some bodies. Afterwards, the people started missing. If I could get my hands on that little asshole, I would rip his balls straight out of his mouth. But it's always, but the guard has assured us that he's not the culprit. Yeah, of course. When we put a couple of 50 gold coins in their pockets, they immediately just don't want to even bother. They didn't even capture it for interrogation or anything. They just let them do it as please.
I see.
Yeah, she seems very, very mad at him. Like, you can see, like, she's very angry at this guy.
Fair enough. I rolled 20 on persuasion, by the way. Well, it wasn't a nat 20, but total 20.
Yeah, you put your hands on her, you give her the look, the only look that you can possibly give her to melt her stony, icy heart, to at least show a little bit of humanity in her, and she just goes like, fine, I will start packing. I'll make sure to, to scout that sewer exit before they arrive. And if I see that the wall is in any danger of being, overrun, I will immediately just run there. Is that good enough, Ashes?
It's good enough, yeah. I guess in the meantime, we'll get this guy. It's the least we can do.
Thank you. You have no idea how many times I have to send some men to escort some of the girls nowadays.
I understand.
You're always welcome to
I think
stay
there's anything
here.
else she needs to say.
You're always welcome to stay here, Ashes. You'll always be one of my favorites.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I think we still have a lot to do before I look at settling down anywhere again.
Okay. And she just kind of gestures as she starts walking out, making sure everybody leaves the room, and she locks it and starts walking out.
I guess.
What time of the night is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Midday.
Yeah.
Midday.
Midday?
Midday, around 12.
It's not. Yeah. We'll say it's midday. Our timing's been weird in our RP chat, so midday
yeah.
is fine.
What's the timing in the RP chat?
What about?
Oh, it was like
midnight. What close?
yeah, like
Oh,
1
yeah.
a.m. or some shit.
Okay, 1 a.m. Yeah, sure. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter either way too much. I
I was just assuming you guys were going today, so. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. You see a lot of people here. They're drinking. They're having fun. You hear outside what seems to be like a couple like clerics. You can see their hands or like their staffs are like glowing as they're like marching through the streets. You've seen this for a couple of days. They seem to be making rounds with the local guards. Each one separate. They're almost like neighborhood watch at this point.
Well, eventually Raylith comes down the stairs with a very wide smile on his face. And so
I
if
hear
you
Ray's not been here for the whole thing.
no, he's been busy. He's the
Is he
He's
one
been
of
dealing with
the-
Kira.
I thought he came back, but okay.
no.
Stone's gonna thump him on the back. Feel better?
Yep,
Good. We have hunting to do.
it was a treat.
Okay.
And he goes to the bar, gets 2 tankards of ale, gets one to Stone, and just downs it. It's like, well,
Seraph is looking him over, making sure nothing is crushed.
no, nothing is crushed.
Better safe than
that you
sorry.
that you can see.
Well then.
His spirit is broken.
No, actually, his spirit's really quite high.
Sometimes
to
you
act-
just need some tough love.
He turns to Atchins and goes like, well,
As you guys go down the stairs and you see the same room from before.
so, yeah, he's somewhere in the middle, somewhere there.
As the entire map just moved.
Yeah, the entire map just moved.
It's running away!
Oh shit!
It's those tremors.
I moved the wrong one. The things I have the other one GM layer, so it kind of gets confusing. Which one's up?
Do I need to drag and drop my little picture again?
Yeah, probably. I have it in GM layer, so it gets confusing. So I just move it into the corner in GM layer, so it doesn't bother. when
Okay.
I'm looking. That way I can do multiple floors.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you guys keep on walking. As the same priest, he seems to be kind of the head priest, and he seems to be barking orders, make sure you watch the slumps, and near the school. And he seems to be barking orders left to right. At which one he starts running into another direction. So they're all doing something at this point.
I want to visit the graveyard.
Good guy?
That's a good
Right
idea.
now or later?
Well, if we're hunting this guy and he's visiting the graveyard at night would probably be the best time to catch him there.
Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think we should follow the guards, considering we don't really know how, what side they're on right now.
Keep in mind
They're
the guys.
useless anyway.
Keep in mind the guys did not arrest him because they always say, "Oh no, all he did was reanimate a couple of cats." Even though we don't, it's not enough
there
to
some
execute
people-
him.
So,
Were there some people who told
we-
Erevan the same information? They wanted him, the noble son?
Yes, the priest told you guys that he's a noble son, and that's why people say that he's getting away with what he's doing. Nobody's bothering to do an investigation. They're just ignoring.
so
him.
we've got to get proof because people don't believe it's him.
Kinda, yeah, because they know he's able to do necromancy. They know he's doing necromancy because he's revived a cat and a dog. People have seen him bury unburied corpses.
So people's body parts would be a good thing to bring back, along with him being alive. Prove that
Probably,
he,
yeah.
someone who we know who's missing, the horror or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, something
Okay.
like that, because pretty much it would just murder the dude, and at most it would just literally just charge you guys with murder for murdering a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
'cause
Okay, so-
last time I think.
The detective.
yeah, and
come up
since
with
Dasani is
something.
very tolerant with any type of magic, it's just that in the wizard school they don't accept students that do necromancy.
Yeah.
They pretty much kick you out if you try to use that. But out in the street, they cannot legally kill you for that. Or
So would
arrest
any
you.
of us know where this guy lives?
Yeah,
This guy.
he lives in. If you look in same map you guys are in, you see the little map in the bottom, right? Just imagine that's like farther off, but that what it is. But pretty much that's his manor, his father's, his family's manor.
Well, considering last
Um,
time we killed someone and they hanged him, but he seemed to be innocent, we probably need to make sure.
Well, they might not have been innocent. I don't think they were innocent.
Well, I mean, questionably.
That's
There was something.
I can make him tell the truth.
Yeah. Either way, I think the graveyard first, and if he's not there, then I think we should go and investigate his abode.
Stone wants to look at the group. There's one thing that doesn't make sense to me here. If he is out killing all of these people, whole families wiped off the map, why does he still need to go to the graveyard to collect bodies?
More of them, I guess.
Well,
Maybe, like, coming up with some kind of abomination.
Maybe
Might
he
be
needs a lot of
creating
bodies for
monsters.
something.
by be creating monsters that attack those families.
Mm.
Okay. So
Either way, to the graveyard.
the graveyard is. It's quite a big map. In case I had it ready. Let me make sure everything's. I should have probably fixed up the church. I know I forgot fixing a building. I will just put a. The thing is, the normal church building is really crappy. It looks like from where I got the map. It looks very crappy, like all broken down, and it's not what I wanted. So let me do this. Okay. Okay. Let me just. And the top left. Ignore the building towards the right. That might come into play or might not come into play. I'll just not.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just copy you guys from the map. The city.
Can Aravan see clearly?
I can't. Because it is nighttime, so can't see anything past my hand in front of my face.
Drift globe.
Light, bit of lanterns.
Yeah, I mean, I can use stuff to get vision, but people will be able to see me as well.
That's what I was thinking of. I wanted you traveling like 20 or 30 feet ahead to see what's going on before the whole group springs in.
We do have one potion of dark vision left.
So, guys, imagine. I know it doesn't look like this, but if you look at inside the church, it looks crappy. Imagine a very beautiful church. I'm not gonna start putting furniture in there. Just imagine it looks.
No, that's fair.
It's a beautiful church.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
church. It's a beautiful.
Not that I've been in a church in a decade, but it's a beautiful
Oh,
church.
fucking hell! I am. Okay, go back to the map later. There we go.
Oh, I thought he was cussing at me. I'm like, oh god.
Varus was in a church in Ash's
Infidel.
fantasy.
There you go. So you guys can start running your own nature. It's fairly dark. There is creepy mist. You can see the graveyards here, the different type of buildings and whatnot. So I'll put some new tunes. Yeah, some tunes.
Well, if Erevan's we've still got the potion of dark vision, then that
Yeah.
might be an idea.
Well, Stone doesn't know that. He's trying to plan this out like a war, and he doesn't know what he's got to work with.
You know you have a human to work with.
Do we have any way for Erevan to see in the dark?
Yes, I'm fixing it, and I put out the potion of whatever color the liquid is.
Okay. Erevan, I want you about 30 feet ahead of us. then I want me and Raylith, and then Seraph and Ashes behind, because not that they need protected, but their spells are going to be better at range.
Well, up to a point, because quite good close up as well.
Alright.
You
So you guys-
putting
so you
the
guys-
two weakest
I'll
members of
describe
the
the
pack at
place.
back is a good idea.
A very creepy fog looms over the graveyard as a crow is heard off in the distance. The creaking of a wooden door near the church just creaks back and forth. Like, the lights coming from the church is the only real light source coming from this place. As up in the north, 3 tombs in crypts are seen. They seem to be closed. So is the door of the church. There's a window. By kind of wonky thing, it's kind of like the window. Like a window panel is just creaking back and forth. Okay, so.
Speaking of those kinds of noises, where's Clanky?
Well, he left on a soul journey.
Alright, he's still communing with God then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Stone want me to check out the church or the graveyard first?
He's getting bodies, so definitely the graveyard first. We'll hit the church after if he's not there.
I agree.
I know, then start sneaking.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna.
Pretty good. And I have my magic short sword in my right hand and my silver rapier in my left hand.
There's a little bit of light coming off of the full moon that is right now. So anybody that has a problem seeing, it's just at kind of disadvantage. But you can still see where he's going. It's just.
I drank the potion of dark vision, which grants me 1 hour of dark vision, so I'm fine.
Okay, you're good. You don't see anybody by the grave, or graveyards, or anywhere else per se at this time. As you kind of look around.
Is that with my passive perception, or should I roll for perception?
That is by you just looking around normally. You just looking around normally. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, except a couple graveyards that seem to have been somebody has dug through them, or they're just in the process of putting somebody in. You do notice a couple of them have holes.
Okay, well, move up a little bit more to have a better look to the east.
Stone's gonna
Yeah, boy.
follow.
Sorry, but
Actually, how far is this? Yeah, I need to sneak over there myself.
The mist does give you cover. Actually, let me just get a mist fog.
Yeah, there is mist here.
It's kind of everywhere.
Or, fog.
Ah, there we go. So yes. You keep on moving, you don't see anybody. The place looks like it's deserted.
How far is it there? 50, yeah.
Yeah, just move yourself. You don't have to move slowly by slowly. You're just looking around. There's nobody at the moment.
I want to go up to one of the tombs, since we don't see anybody in the open, and check the locks on them.
The one that you're going to stone right now is locked. The one next to it, when you move eventually, it is locked as well. It's got a chain and a lock. And the next to it has no chain. Actually has a chain, but no lock.
Guys, I'm not gonna yell.
Mm.
I'm not gonna yell because that'd be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back to the rest of the group and say we need to check out this tomb.
There you go. See that increased atmosphere there?
Okay.
The other two are locked, but this one's missing its lock, so I think that's the place to go right now.
Gonna sneak up here to just check if there's behind.
While you were moving through there, and you did notice one of them seems to have been like there's a box and there's like something's missing inside. Another one is just a hole, and there's still like a shovel next to it. So you probably think somebody was about to be buried here, and there seems to be about 2 holes that have the same like casket, like a casket that's outside and it's just like open, pried open, like you notice it's like broken.
Is there any drag marks from something?
There is a little bit of a drag mark, like somebody do a survival investigation. Yeah, to try depending on what you're trying to look for drag marks,
I'm trying to look if there is a drag marks and in which direction they're going.
Okay, that'll be survival. And I will reveal the place that you're in.
There we go.
It seems to be moving kind of off back towards like the street that you guys came from, and it kind of like disappears. So you either kind of like stop dragging it and like put it over your shoulder or something else. But you do know like its footsteps are like moving like outside, like towards back towards the city.
Okay.
You open the thing and you see a very old crypt, and you see a very, like a figure of a man.
But nobody actually alive?
Nobody inside. The crypt seems to be sealed. There's a lot of cobwebs, and when you look inside, you notice what seems to be there's a stone kind of a door that has like a chain lock to it. So when you slide this open, which is a little bit hard, like you just go, you notice what seems to be just spiders, a couple like rats running around. That's about it.
Alright, is there like any kind of disturbances in the dust or?
I would say roll a perception check since you're looking for that kind of stuff. You start looking around from where you are right now, since you didn't quite enter it. You do notice it looks a little bit more clean than normal. Some of the cobwebs seem to be very, very small compared to how it would probably look if this place is never attended to. But apart from that, you don't see anything you don't see this thing that's like out of place. Everything else looks like it probably should be there, based off your clergy. And it's not too far-fetched for priests to probably clean this area a little bit from time to time.
Then I'm just gonna close the door and go to Erevan and see what he has to report.
With that same perception, you notice right in between your feet, you notice the lock, and it seems to be right in your feet, right in front of this one. The lock is in the floor. It was covered by grass.
Grab it and see if it's been broken or just accidentally left unlocked.
You grab it. It doesn't seem to be broken. It does look very, very rusted. Whenever you try to lock it, it doesn't quite go. So it doesn't quite lock.
Okay then. So it's just rusted off. That's not a problem.
It happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna go meet up with Erevan and see what he has to say.
As I'm trying to be sneaky, you walk up with metal heavy armor right behind me. Clank, 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 clank. As I'm trying to peek in here.
You peek in there and you notice what seems to be a man in white robes who's scrubbing the floor. He seems to be quite a young boy, quite a young boy. He seems to be scrubbing the floor. He seems to be on his knees, just scrubbing the floor. Let me just get rid of this.
What's a terrible joke to make?
He seems to be around here.
Turn to Stone and whisper, why would a clergy boy be scrubbing the floor in the middle of the night?
Too many parishioners during the day?
At which point you see him kind of get up. He starts walking, and there's almost like a bucket next to him, and he kind of like hits it, and then it just kind of spills out, and you hear him just go like, "Mother of fucking God!" And then he just kind of grabs his mouth, going like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
I'm gonna go in the church.
It kind of like it's locked, so you go doo-doo, doo-doo. And the kid just kind of immediately jolts and grabs like a screw and goes like, "Ugh! Who's there?"
I am a cleric for the king, and you will let me in.
Like you hear like footsteps on the other side, and the kid starts opening the door, but he actually looks through through the window, looks at you, sees your holy symbol, and he says, "Oh, it's just a cleric." And he opens the door, but he doesn't quite let you in entirely. He just goes like, "Can I help you?"
Several graves have been disturbed, boy. What did you see?
I saw the man, the one they all call the devil worshipper.
Describe him.
He has short hair, bluish eyes, and he's got not to sound like the pointy ears, but he's not a full elf.
So he's a half elf.
Yes.
I mean, citing his description, if you just to make him bullshit up on the spot.
He starts speaking. You know that he's very nervous when speaking to Stone. He seems to change a couple things where he kind of says the guy has vampire teeth, and you think that he's overexaggerating a little bit of it, but he's kind of right there. He says, "Oh, and he's a vampire too." I think.
What was he wearing, boy?
Oh, he was wearing a black attire, very short, up to his waist, and he always wears very fancy shoes. Father O'Malley told me to stay here and clean. I sometimes make messes, and he told me to immediately alert him if I were to see him again. To ring the bell if he shows up here again. He thinks that he might show up again here soon.
You will not ring the bell, but you will let my party inside to wait.
I'm not gonna ring the bell.
Can I reach him?
Yeah, he's an arm's length.
I want to grab a hold of his chin. I am under the king's orders. You will do as I say, and you will not ring that bell.
Roll persuasion. The DC is not that high, since he's or if you're intimidating him, that's DC is still not very high. He's very not very brave. Yeah, you get a 12, and you notice that he just immediately just goes like, sure. Would you like some water?
No, thank you.
And he lets you guys inside.
I'm gonna walk in and take position near a window.
Yeah,
so that I can see out, but they can't see me.
Yeah. There is a window over here. I'll see there's here. Here's a big church. One over here. One over here. Yep. It's a big double-sided, wooden door where you just came in through. There's one over here, and there's one over here.
I think you might be drawing on the GM layer.
I
draw
am
something.
drawing in the GM layer.
Because you were like, it's over here, and then you don't see anything pop up like,
There you go. Those are the double-sided
the door.
doors. And the windows are closer for you.
Well, Raylith goes to that window over there. Just
It's got
Pick
some
up a
drapes
chair.
on it. Yeah, it got some drapes and stuff. So.
and he sits there like, so we wait.
We wait.
Yeah, it's really hard to find like church with fucking graveyard without being like full of fucking skeletons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Well, corrupted graveyards are a thing.
there you go. Little kid with flowers.
So flowery.
Sarah just walks over to him, tilts her head, and is just looking him over curiously.
You're very pretty. And he starts looking down.
She also looks down, starts blushing as well.
He's way
I'm
younger.
gonna
Probably gets around
I'm
the
gonna
12 years of age.
go back about your cleaning, boy, and act like
Same
we're
thing.
not here.
He goes like, sure, and he kind of turns around and there's like a bunch of brooms and he kind of like tumbles them all over and goes like, the mother of Timora, god damn it! And he goes like, puts his hands around the mouth. Father Nellie's gonna make me have it this time. He's really gonna make me pray like 1,000 times.
I think you've picked the wrong deity, boy.
Hey, do yourself a favor and shut it.
Okay. He goes over to this area and just kind of closes the door.
Yeah.
Sarah smiles and waves at him.
He's very timid, so he doesn't quite, does that.
Ashes.
Shut the doors.
Okay,
Yeah, these doors.
so as the night starts passing,
Mhm.
pretty much, you don't have to quite do much of a stealth, as you notice a man in kind of like in some, no, it doesn't even bother to wear any robes. He just kind of starts walking, but he's looking like left to right, and you know that he seems to have some kind of like a bird on his shoulder, like some kind of raven.
My
Oh,
God,
he's
this
going full on goth.
Yeah, emo to the max.
And he starts
Yeah, I know what he's going for.
he starts walking over here. So you're kind of the first one to see him, Stone, as he kind of makes over to here, kind of looks at the church, and kind of like looks left to right. So he'll roll a perception check. You guys are welcome to roll your stealth now, as you can see him do like look around. Pretty much you're trying to avoid him like looking toward your general direction.
My stuff.
Well,
we
if
have,
it drops
do we have,
the-
do we have
Yeah.
any bonuses for being inside the church?
No, you're just kind of hiding your head before he's able to, like look to your general direction. But for the most part, all of you guys actually kind of did it. He just kind of looks and you guys kind of like duck down, and he goes like, okay, I don't know why I have this woman here. And he starts walking.
He's just been following us around.
Yeah, he starts walking very cautiously. You don't think that he's doing much of stuff because he's out here, so there's not much noise he can actually make. He makes it over to this graves over here. Starts looking, and he almost starts like looking at the names. And starts going like, which one he makes it over here, and he kind of like grabs like the chain. And you know that he's almost like trying to get in here, and he goes like, kind of gets up. At which point he starts making it over here, and then decides to keep walking over to this side. And recently when he looks at this grave over here, walks over to gets a shovel and starts shoveling.
I'm gonna walk up to Erevan and tell him to go see if he can go around and get behind the guy.
Are the windows openable?
Yeah.
Okay, then make my way over to this window and open it and climb out.
I'm gonna wait as long as it takes till I think Erevan has gotten behind the guy to cut off escape.
Stone, if you want to, I can also try to keep him in place.
Will he notice that?
Oh, he would have to roll a stealth now. Everyone did, and he's doing super well. I'm just gonna say for one, you can get over here if that's what you wanted.
Well, yeah,
you can do a stealth to
there to
open.
break line of sight, then get around here.
Yeah, just roll another stealth. The first stealth was just to get from point A to point B, and now to point B to point C.
Come on, sneaky man.
Sneaky man is sneaky.
Okay.
Sneaky man is sneaky.
Sarah, you said what?
I was asking Stone just if I to tell him that I could hold him like magic.
Would he notice?
Well, he would
yes.
notice you have surprise round, but he would notice that he got, fucking paralyzed.
No, I mean
Yeah.
if it fails, would he notice?
Yeah. Dude.
He feels
Okay.
that he resisted something trying to paralyze him.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, then we'll use that as a last resort if he tries to book it.
Usually you can feel something is like affecting you. He would like feel like he's stiffening it up. That's usually how I play it up. Like you're stiffening it up, and then you're just gonna like willpower to it. That he kind of hits something like wood, like tunk, and like he starts like scruffing its like sweat, like ugh, fucking hell.
I want to knock open the front doors. Stop now.
And he goes like shit.
If you run,
He starts running.
worth. Hold
Yep,
person,
and
please.
initiative then.
Yeah, you do your whole person. You're like if you run and he starts running already.
Well,
I am so tired of these people not listening.
it's
He's like
40.
it's
Yeah, he fails.
yeah, he fails. He just stiffens up and goes like, oh.
And right
Okay.
at that, I run over and I
Told
sit
you.
down on him.
What do you want?
I want to ask you some questions. I don't know why you ran when I told you not to. You should really
You
learn
made
to
it.
listen better.
There you go. He made it like one step. It goes like, I don't have to listen to you.
Ray, let's mind the grappling just in case he breaks out.
Yeah, Rayla takes his sword and just. He's about to knock him over, and it's like he just grabs him by the front of the shirt and just lifts him up. It's like
You may not have to listen to me, but now you're going to answer me, whether you want to or not.
And because everyone is fucking standing here, Christmas is for everyone.
And I'm gonna ask him if he is the one who is killing the people across the city.
Charisma search.
After his charisma.
And he knows if he passes or fails.
And this is a what? A charisma search. Ah, you know he passed.
Damn.
What's the DC?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
8 plus proficiency plus
It
your
should
wit.
say, it should say on your sheet on the spell section.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a regular
Oh,
spell save.
12.
DC.
Yeah, fuck, dude, he fucking passed that.
Oh, so he's got a high charisma.
He goes like,
Warlocks.
you know that he saved, and he goes like, fuck you! Any of you fuckers touch me, I'll make sure my dad sends you to jail.
And if you're dead, your father won't do anything. You'll just be another missing person along with all the others.
Hey, no intimidation on that. I haven't done jack shit. Hey,
You suck.
he kind of looks at your clergy and he goes like, I know what you are. You're some kind of cleric. You ain't gonna kill me.
Oh, he doesn't have to, but I will.
He won't,
Can-
but I will. I by the way, I have him lift him by the shirt. He's not actually. He's like I lift him and I was like, he won't, but I will.
Her president kind of like lets go, and you feel him like gets unstiff, and he's just holding onto Ray's like hands, like one hand because Ray's holding up like one hand, and he just goes like, "You can't keep me here. At worst, you can just shard me with desecrating a corpse, and I can easily pay that."
I'm going to. My intimidation. I cannot believe that I rolled that on this.
Yeah, he doesn't believe that, and he goes like, and he just keeps saying, "Come on, take me to the guards."
Noticing that the old person spell has worn off, Zareth will walk over and starts patting him down for spell book or any sort of arcane focus.
It's just the moment you start trying to get close to him to like grab his spell book, you notice that he immediately teleports 30 feet.
And as soon as he does that, I'm stabbing him because prepared action.
Yeah.
If it's Misty Step, it doesn't matter.
No, but I prepared action. If he just tries to cast any spell, any verbal component, whatever, I'm stabbing him.
I believe Macy Step is just seeing where you're going to see. Let me just make sure. If not, you're going to be able to hit him. It is
It is
the
verbal component.
verbal. Yeah, you see him cast like saying something, so you're able to smack him,
What
Takes
level is this?
non-lethal damage.
and he will do shield.
What level is this spell?
It is. I believe it's
Second.
Second.
Well, you know what? He didn't teleport anywhere. Because I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
That doesn't really work.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
counter spell.
You need counter.
You're thinking counterspell.
It's in
Oh.
the counter, yeah. So he will combine it with his shield while he's doing this. So it kind of like just kind of bounces off of him. And it's like, you ain't grabbing my spell book, you bunch of crooks.
And initiative then.
Yeah.
Which point we'll just. Yeah, he seems to not really want to grab his spell book, man. You never grab his wizard spell book. Like that's the one thing they never let you grab.
What?
I know, but I know how dangerous it is.
It's not really the spell book because it's more they already prepared the spells. So
Yeah, but I was just looking for the spellbook and the arcane focus to stop him, basically.
arcane focus, yeah, most wizards probably let you grab that. But a spell book is like the big no-no. Like they teach you that like in wizard school, like 101. They burn that shit, you lose all your fucking spells. And it takes a while for you to get all that shit back. Not even
Why? A lot of money.
a lot of money. He's got the money. The
Yeah,
time,
he got money.
the time probably not, and probably getting some necromancy spells is kind of like a bitch. So.
Yeah,
There-
black market shit.
Yeah, probably. So let me just place it over here. Oh, look at him. He's a spouty little fucker.
Well,
You
I
don't
have
think
a
he's faster than me.
Okay.
and I
Go, Rayla.
no, I have a advantage on that, so I can roll again. Why am I not rolling advantage? No, still not good enough.
Okay. So, okay, Irving. You see him just teleport away. At which point is your turn up?
Did it look like he used his spellbook to cast this spell, or
They don't
what
really
he
need
used?
to grab the spell, just have their arcane focus on them.
Okay.
Their spell book is mostly because they just memorize it. So even if you take a wizard spell book and you burn it, they'll still remember the spells they have for the day.
Yeah, the prepared spells.
Yeah.
Well, move 30 feet, and since he probably is a wizard and not a warlock, since he would have spent all his spell slots, I'm just going to stab him twice non-lethally.
Okay. Remember, his shield is still up. That disappears until the start of his turn. Yeah, you just go for the stab. Dad just bounces off from him, and he's just going like, "Little piece of shit! I'll have the guards hang you for attacking Noble."
God damn it!
Yeah, he seems to be very pissed at you guys right now, but he doesn't seem like he's, he looks at the odds. He's like, probably not.
You know what? For the hell of it, action surge.
Okay. What attack?
I think that hits.
Yeah, that hits. Hit him.
Non-lethally, and sneak attack. So, because I rolled the wrong one.
Sorry.
So he has taken a total of 14 plus 5, 19, 26 non-lethal damage.
Nice.
Is he still standing?
I hope that didn't put a token down. Yeah. Well, you gave him 14.
I
ignore
stabbed him
that.
when you missed a step for 14, and then now for another 12.
When you did for the missing step, you did not actually hit him.
Right.
The shield was up,
But-
but the 21 does hit him for the 14. He seems to grunt in pain and doesn't quite like this. He just goes like, "Oh, fuck! You piece of shit!" Well, you can't hit him because you were doing non-lethal. So you can't hit him with a butter weapon. He goes, "Fuck! My face!" And
Yes, it's an improvement.
which point he... Let me see what's got here. 6, 2. Yeah. It goes back to 15 AC now that he only has the mage armor up. At which point he will look at what he's got. He will... How far does that go? Okay, as a little portal appears, very, not very big, about human size. And he just walks inside of it. You do get an attack of opportunity against him as he just goes through this little portal. So he starts waving it. He doesn't know what Virgil's saying. And he's like, "I'm the guy," and like a little portal starts swirling. And he goes like, "Fuck you!" And he just like jumps in.
So we're against a 4th level spellcaster. Fun!
Yeah, but you guys, usually spellcasters are easily defeatable like this standard, so just ganging up on them. What do you get?
And an 11, I miss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that normally just misses. And he just disappears completely. And let me see how far he can go with this.
If it's a dim door, it's 120 feet. I think.
They mentioned 200 feet. So you faintly see him 200 feet away. Well, how far is it? 200 feet from here? Right. Yeah, thank you. Keep that up. So that's 100.
Need to move the turn order. Yeah, he's well off map. 125 is
Okay.
to the edge of the map.
So this would be, I would say, consider a chase because he's going to move 200 feet and you can faintly see him off in the distance. And then,
I can
then,
move.
he's going
I
to run
have good
30.
news.
Yeah?
Really good news. I
What?
can move real fast.
No, yeah, you can probably catch up to him. That's probably not the problem. The problem is that he's going to start turning, like by the time you're able to catch up to him, he's going to start cutting into corners into the streets. And then it's considered a chase to not lose sight of him. Right, he's
Yeah,
got-
and I can move like 90 feet or more in just one round.
So he moves 200 feet.
Not just rogue things.
Yeah. He moves 200 feet, disappears, and you can faintly see like the portal like appears off in the distance. You can see the light. So it's not that he just disappears and just like a little swirly appears on one side and then another swirly appears on the other side with 200 feet. You see him pop out on the other side and just starts running 30 feet at this point.
I do
So
80.
pretty much, are you guys going to commit to a chase?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much running, and you start
Every
running like
turn.
you start doing like a 90 plus another 90.
I
you
can
see-
move
Is that with
320
haste?
feet every turn.
You can.
Is that with haste or?
That's with haste.
Are you gonna cast haste?
I do haste and blade song, which means 4 times 80 feet in a turn.
4 times.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's-
it?
3 times. Wait, it's an
Isn't it
action.
only 2 times for you?
Blade Song
I
Because-
moves your speed up to 80
40 feet.
to 40
Blade song does it.
to
Yeah,
40.
40 doubles for
Haste.
haste.
Haste is 80, so you can move.
Yeah, and then it's an action 80, double action because of haste, and then a bonus action, so it's 3 times 80.
Do you have bonus action to dash?
He's not a rogue.
And then movement, so
He's
it's
not
4
a
times.
He can do an extra action to dash again, so he's running 160 per turn. Yeah, you just see Sarah, by her turn, start catching up to the dude. But he's making his, he's running quite fast. So he's running 60. Pretty much everybody else, unless Sarah's going to go by herself at this point, Sarah is literally by herself.
Let me
Unless
check one
anybody
thing.
can run 160.
After he moved his 230 feet, 230, it would get me 60 feet closer. Damn, why don't have a sharpshooter? Never mind. Yeah, I would just keep on dashing with the double dashes.
Okay. Everybody roll a con save, except for Seraph. She's able to usually just catch up, no problem. Everybody's just trying to beat a 14 on the con, as you're just dashing
Wow.
at the best of your abilities. Alright. Anybody who fails the 14 DC is pretty much just gets 1 level of exhaustion. You're just normally you
I
can
go fucking fast.
Yeah, Aaron, you're used to running, so you're okay for now. You don't, you ate well. You didn't do anything that jeopardized you this today. Anybody else just like you either ate something that just doesn't sit well. You just start running. Sarah just dashes through like behind this guy. You notice, Sarah, that he's just about to reach like a corner, and he's gonna try like just go to the corner to the right. At this point, you're about almost like 160 feet away from him exactly, as he just turns around to a corner, and you can see there's a crowd of people like about 50 feet just walking to the street of him. So what do you want to do? Sarah's the closest.
Gonna try to chase him as well, as best as I can. Keep my eye on him.
Okay. Yeah, you start running. Are you trying to grab him, or just like you can easily catch up to him?
I'm gonna try to tackle him.
Okay, so you run up to him. Actually, yeah, you run up to just do a athletics against his. Athletics or acrobatics to avoid it. He will attempt to do acrobatics. There's a +2 to this.
Yeah.
There's a whole person.
He would have. Oh, he did athletics, so he can still fail this. Just by the neck, the scruff of his neck, he just kind of just kneels down and just starts running. At this point, he will not disengage and just run another 60 feet, so you can whack him if you wish.
I can do.
He goes like, "Fuck, you're fast."
I mean, in
Ooh,
2 rounds time,
nice.
she would have caught up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gunning up, so I'm tackling him. That takes an action, and now it's a reaction.
Mm.
So my speed is limited because I have to tackle him.
You manage to hit him, and you just slash at his back, and he goes like, ah, fucking bitch! As he keeps running a little bit more, but reaches the crowd, and he just starts, like movie scene where they're just kind of pushing people to the side, and you're just right behind him. Aaron, you can see Seraph off in the distance, even at your top-notch speed. You're slowly catching up to the dude, but Seraph's just right there on the dude. And the dude is just running, and he's just saying like, fuck! Guards! Guards! And you see some of the townspeople just kind of recognize the dude, and they just kind of stand in front of him. And he kind of like hits a couple of people, and he's like standing there, he's like, move away, you bunch of assholes!
That should slow him down, and since I have 90 feet with my double dashes, I should be catching up pretty soon.
Yeah, Seraph, you are up to him again. He seems to have been blocked off by some of the townspeople that seem to like, Seraph, oh, you're the necromancer! And he goes like, fuck you!
I will do hold person again.
Let's see how that goes. What's the DC?
14.
He only has, he actually, let me see his thing again. He actually,
It's
If he
Plus
is
3.
a wizard, I think he might just pass that.
well, wisdom can't really.
wisdom?
That.
Sorry. 3, he actually makes it by 3. He actually has quite high wisdom. He just makes it, just barely. But you're right next to him, and some of the townspeople, and you know some of the priests like are off in the distance, and some of the people are like, "Hey, it's Aelion, Aelion, the necromancer, he's here!" And he goes like, "Get off me, you bunch of assholes!" And you see some of the townspeople are like really pissed, and they grab him.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Aren't any of those time people just going to grapple the bastard?
Oh, he's not going to be able to beat this many grapples. Like, imagine a plaza, and they just all turn around, see him running by a woman, and he goes like, "Get off me, you bunch of ignorant fools! Get off
Eventually,
me!"
I catch up to him. Right? We catch up. Everybody catches up to him. So when I see him, I just smack him in the face, like, full fist. You made me run.
It starts bleeding out of his mouth. You can see some priests are running. And you can see like Father O'Malley. He's like winded. Oh God, I need to do some exercise. And he was like,
And when my Father O'Malley arrives, they see him on the ground with my foot right on his back.
"Fucking,
Like,
fucking kill you! Get that dirty shit off me!" Like he's on the ground, like he's barely able to talk.
You
I'm
will
gonna
answer our
I'm
questions
gonna look
on
through,
it.
look through his clothes again for his spell book.
Yeah, you're able to grab it this time.
You will answer our questions honestly, or I will have my elven friend here burn your spell book.
You burn my spellbook, I'll make sure my dad fucking wrecks
Your
all
dad,
of
your
your
dad,
lives.
your dad. I am a chosen cleric of the king. Do you think I fear your dad? I don't care about your daddy issues. I care about why you're desecrating remains.
That's what I fucking do.
Oh,
I'm just
what?
fucking studying them, man. That's all I'm doing.
Are you a doctor?
Fuck it. He goes like, he doesn't seem to want to speak, and the people are like, he's a fucking necromancer. Like, we don't know it. And they all start grabbing him, and he's like, fucking let go of me. And you see the townspeople are like,
Everyone
grabbing
push
him.
the crowd back.
I
Push
give
the
a-
crowd back.
And one of them just goes like, "You killed my daughter, you little piece of shit!" And starts grabbing his leg. He goes, "Get off me, you bitch!"
can I do an intimidation roll? I'm basically going to
Yeah.
roar and do an intimidation.
You're trying to stop his mob at this point.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, but I'm going to
Can I assist because I also have good intimidation?
Yeah, he has advantage. Yeah. You see a mob of people. They're grabbing sticks. They're going to lynch this fucker. They look at you and they go like, "Get out of the way!" And you see these people have just mad looks to their eyes, and they're like, and they have this look like, if you don't get out of the way, they're gonna lynch this guy right here and now. And he goes like, which one? He just goes like, "Fuck!" He looks at you. He goes like,
I rope. Sorry, I roll persuasion, not
what's
intimidation.
still the same roll, but let me see what you got. I mean, you probably got
No, I have a +3 intimidation actually.
so an 11. Then.
Yeah.
And not enough to stop it.
It'd be 15 because he had
We're
advantage from me.
Oh, 15. Okay. You scream at the crowd, and that's just enough. As you heard him just go like, "Get the fuckers away from me!" And you see the mob. It's like they're seem to calm down more, but you notice they're not 100%. They're gonna back off. Like they're literally waiting for you just to leave, for them to just grab the fucker. And they're like, "What?"
I know.
It says,
Sorry.
"Just wait until the guards get here. I'll make sure each and every one of these, like, you ain't making it to the guard, Leon."
I show him my medal, basically go like, "I am a guard, moron."
And I was like, "Then fucking get my book. There's no law against being a fucking necromancer."
I know that Seraph has his book, but can I pat him down to see if he's got anything else on him that might be of proof to what he's been up to?
Yeah, you start patting him down. You find a hand. The hand grabs you.
Well,
It's it. Her thing. It's thing.
I sure hope it's not what I think it is.
He goes like, and he goes like, "That's not mine."
I'm gonna kick him in the ribs.
Blah. Fucking blah.
Hey, Ashes, need a hand?
You bunch of
Oh my
He
god!
just goes like, "You bunch of pigs! You better get my."
Say that.
He looks at you and if she burns my book, my dad's gonna make sure none of you guys leave this city
Didn't
alive.
burn the book,
Tell the
by the
fucking
way.
truth.
Well, he doesn't see it. He's just like
No,
sprawling on the
I mean-
ground, literally
Okay.
bruised.
Yeah, and shout at him. Just tell the fucking truth. Tell everyone what you've been up to.
So you
Wait,
grab. The
wait.
hand is grabbing you, Ashes. What are you doing with this hand that's grabbing you? A human hand that has like a bone sticking out of it is kind of rotting a little bit.
I guess trying to remove it from me.
Yeah, you do it successfully. It falls to the ground and does the Adam Family things where it just kind of gets up like a spider thing, and people just go like, like people just, you see a couple people just faint, and they just go like, "Fucking."
I want to grab it.
Yeah, you grab it.
Yeah, go grab it while I kick him.
The hand just
And
kind
try
of
and intimidating him.
the hand just seems to be
Put
walking
it in a
around.
bag or something. Yeah.
The hand seems to be
Grab
just
him,
walking around
bind
and
his
grabbing.
hands, and let's take him to his house. Let's see what his father has to say about this.
It says, "You're all gonna die, you bunch of assholes! Fuck you! We don't mean you're just a bunch of ignorant fuckers!"
I muscle him basically.
And we cart him off to his house.
Well, first of all, the priest is there, right? O'Malley.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's like, "Fucking gag him already."
And
Like, he doesn't
yeah,
say
I'm gonna
fuck him. He
have
doesn't
O'Malley
say.
come along.
He doesn't say
Gag him
fuck
already.
him. He doesn't say fuck him, but he just say gag the necromancer before he casts a spell.
I already did, so I toss him over the shoulder, and he's also they bound his hand, so it's like
The people seem to be like happy, and some of them are like faintly following you guys, but they haven't done anything. You think they're just being kept at bay. And Father Malley just says, "I'll tell some of the priests to calm down, Mom."
priest. Where do we go?
Oh, you mean towards the guards? Since you guys have a fucking reanimated hand. He doesn't say fucking. Or
No,
towards his house.
we're going to his house. I want real evidence. Necromancy
Yeah, we need
is
proof.
not outlawed. We're going for murder and I am going to search his house whether his father likes it or not.
You guys start walking towards this manor, and you notice what seems to be a bunch of really armed men. Like armor, so it's not guard. You know that they're not guards. They're probably like private contractors that people get, especially the rich.
Mercenaries.
Yeah,
mercenaries.
Yeah, but they like to call them contractors. And you notice they immediately spot you holding him, and they just pull out their weapons, and they go like, "Let go of Elliot immediately. Let go of Sir Elliot."
There are some questions for the Lord of the House. We have been sent here on behalf of the King.
And he goes like, immediately he just looks at you and says, "That shows the decree of the king." And they immediately start ringing a bell. You see more guards appear, and they're like guarding the entire fence. They're probably like 20 at this point, and they look like they're not like regular guards. And you notice after like a couple of minutes, like a man comes out in his robes, not with robes, like somebody who was just sleeping. And it's got like the little wizard hat on the side, like it's not a wizard hat, but the little cap. And he goes like, "What the, Elion? What the hell are you getting yourself into this time?"
He's been digging up graves,
Well,
among other things.
he goes like, "There's no proof of that."
We
What?
caught him, shovel in hand, digging up graves.
Hand in hand.
And he goes like, "It's your word against my son. Now let him go."
It's also
Are the priest there, or we left the priest behind?
Yeah, O'Malley's there.
No.
O'Malley's there.
Priest, talk.
And he goes like,
I want to hold up the hand that I grabbed that's still twitching around.
he shows the what's called the hand comes out, and he goes like, "What the hell is that?" It's like it looks limp, like dead, and then he just starts like wiggling around, and it says, O'Malley says, "I wasn't there when they saw him, getting the he burying the body, but I saw them take out that hand from his person."
Also,
whole
there was a
crowd
young
of
cleric
people.
who did witness it. The digging. There's a young cleric at the church who witnessed it. If you want to pull him up and get him to testify.
You see another woman appears, much older, probably the wife, and just starts talking to him, and goes like, "What's happening?" And he goes like, "Fuck! They found a fucking hand on him." And he goes like, "Shh, what?" And she goes like, "Oh god damn it!" And they go like, "What do you want?"
Either your son, you have two options here. Either A, you allow us to search his rooms, basement, the whole house for signs that he is the killer, or B, we hand him trust up to the guard with the hand and claim he is the killer and collect the bounty anyway.
And the mob will take care of him.
And he goes like, at which point he goes like, "Fuck!" He says, "The mob saw him. Shit, that's gonna be hard to fucking cover up this time around."
They all saw the hand come out of his clothes as well.
At which
Yeah,
point
they were all around there.
he goes, "Fine." And he says, "Anything happens to my son?" And he goes like, "What happened to your spell book, son?" And he goes,
We confiscated that too.
He says, "You better not damage
It's
that.
evidence.
It costs a shit ton of money to get
Evidence.
that." And he goes like,
If he is cleared of being the murderer, then he shall have it back. As I
Yes,
said,
it's-
necromancy is not illegal.
The guards, the contractors look back at their, boss, and he goes like, "Fine. You may enter the manor and you may search. You'll be accompanied by 2 of my men, each and every one of you."
If your men get in our way, it will cause problems for you.
And he was like, "You steal anything, I'll make sure they cut off your head." And he's a very grunty guy, and he gestures at his people. He says that also he'll let you in if you guys don't find anything, like you're to let his son go.
That was the deal.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, he's still been digging up graves.
That's a fine.
Which-
That's not something he can be hanged for. I'm not worried about that.
No.
And he almost starts like smirking, like very happy, like. At which point, yeah, you guys go into the manor,
I
very
think
big
it's a stupid
place.
thing to agree to.
Yes.
Give him back. Stupid idea. Bad idea.
If I wasn't so nice, damn it.
At which point,
we should still make him pay for his crime because I think that even if we don't find anything here, he's still guilty and we need more time to investigate. So we should not agree to return him if we find nothing.
O'Malley,
If we find more, we can come back.
O'Malley looks at you all and says,
Yeah, because he won't run away.
O'Malley looks at you all and says, I will make sure the mob is tranquil. I'll make sure that the priests were able to contain the mob. So I trust that you guys can find any evidence.
Yes, and if we don't return, you know that they attacked and killed us in their manor. So that
Also-
makes them guilty, no matter what.
You have my word. And it says, good luck, fellow man of God. And he starts walking off. And it kind of goes like, it looks at the hand and goes like, ugh. Young guy. Yeah, you guys are led inside. There's a big patio where you know some of these people out here have like guard dogs, and they're just kind of barking at you guys. But the dogs eventually like calm down. The mother just looks at the alien and goes like, "Oh, what have they done to you, my boy?" And goes like, "Rrr!" Like he's got like a really pissed off face, like saying, "Don't fucking like get near me." They let you in. Very big, lavish place. And they tell you, where do you guys want to start?
I want to start in his room.
They start walking over to his room. Very, it's got like a bunch of potions and other stuff, like, you know, like vials here and there. You notice what seems to be a bunch of like dust here and there. There's like a skull. It looks to be orcish in nature, like mounted on a side, and it's almost like and there's like drawings on books like of the human body and of a skeleton, like it's very detailed.
Is the Lord Dimension following us?
Yes, the mother seems to be staying with the son, whoever is holding the son.
I'm holding him.
I'll stay with Ray.
So
Not the son
you're
because
in the
I'm
room,
better at intimidating than searching.
very big bed, a lot of books. This place looks very vast. You really think he's got a lot of money. You're not sure what he does in life, but he's got a lot of money.
I'm gonna look for any sort of magical signs, like
Yeah.
Books about magic, necromancy, any sort of runes in the room.
Do an investigation on this one.
And I'm going to turn to the Lord. Any idea why your son would be interested in necromancy?
I don't know. He doesn't tell me. But he's a good kid. He would never harm a person. He just has his own interests. Those damn wizards are just so simple-minded. They're just jealous. He's just too smart for them. And he was and he's often this is like, but it's mostly like quiet at this point. You look around with investigation. You do see a lot of books about skeletons, reanimation, that kind of sort of stuff. A lot of skeleton books. A lot. Like it's
I want
a lot of like what is the body made of? What is it made like compositions? Is a lot of like books about just like human, elven, like any type of anatomy, and you see a lot of bones that have been like made into dust.
Do I find any sort of magical runes hiding something, or?
You do actually not here. Not.
I want to cast Zone of Truth again on everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's a 15-foot radius.
I say
Why not wait and use it on the guy again? Because we're not right there.
Father-
We're standing elsewhere.
Father saved. He's a noble. He doesn't really have any stats. He's got the noble NPC stat, which they get like in blood.
Don't ask anything.
Son is good. Guard next to you. I'm just gonna roll one for all the guards. They all kind of fail it. The one of the guards just goes like, "Get the fucking creepy necromancer kid down." And he goes like, "Ah, shit." And he goes like, "What do you call my son?" "Oh no, I actually mean to actually call him a necromancer, creepy child." And he goes like, "Fuck."
I want to look at the guard. Do you know of any hidden rooms or secret passages anywhere that you've seen the child go?
And the other guy looks at him and like with a very stern face of father, and he looks at you and goes like, "Yes."
And would you please lead me to that?
No.
And he goes like, "I can, but I better not."
Okay, then would you please give me directions to that?
I will
And
be
how to do
fired. I will be fired.
You'll be hanged if this continues to happen. You want to die with a kid?
At which point he says, "I'll speak to the guard first." And he goes like, "What do you see?" And he goes like, And he goes like, fucking, it's Tom. And he goes like, "Really, sir?" I saw him. He always goes. We always seem to notice that he goes out at night through the window, and he goes kind of gestures towards the kitchen, and he kind of heads off into the woods.
Let's go.
At which point some of the guards kind of see him, and sometimes we kind of stop him. But since he, boss of the kid, we don't really, detain him. We just let him go.
Has anyone ever followed him?
He goes like, "No."
So you're tasked with the safekeeping of the house, but you don't follow the son you're supposed to protect.
And he was like, "Yeah." And the guy just goes like, "You two, get out. Don't talk to him anymore. There. My son's room is clean, except for a couple of stuff here and there. But
An entire library on necromancy.
there's no law against that."
No.
I said we
But-
would search the house. I never said we'd stop at his room.
To the brutal late master, you guys keep on going from room to room, maybe kitchen to the entire main. You can roll like a couple more investigations to look for anything that might be out of place.
I'll help Seraph look.
I'm definitely looking.
With the 8th investigation, you do see some papers about a house, like off in the fields, really a little bit far away, Sarah. But it looks very broken down, and there's like a couple like architecture like remodeling thing, like like options for remodeling.
Mm.
That's the only thing you can see. Some plans for fixing up a house. Not this house, smaller house.
I'll take the papers, move to the father, and I'll point at it. Where can we find this house?
He goes like, "That used to be our old house before we moved here. That house, nobody lives there.
And how old was your son when you moved?
I don't know, around 5.
And
So he would still remember being there.
That's nothing to do with it."
And
Where is
is
it?
this a heavily populated place, or is it?
Or perhaps abandoned?
And he goes like, "It's by the slums."
Oh, that's just perfect.
Because there have been some happenings there down at the slums.
Exactly. I'm thinking that would be a very great base for your necromancer son to perform his illegal experiments.
Yeah,
We're going to keep your child with us until we get this sorted out. You are free to come with us and review your old home.
I will. And it tells like 10 of the guards to follow him.
Yes, bring them all.
Oh, and do be careful of the people. They don't really like your son.
I don't
They're
give
a
a shit
bit
what
agitated.
I don't give a shit what they care or not. My son's been a necromancer for years. Just because some asshole's killing people, he's immediately the one to get fucking blamed.
I think it's more like your son developed his powers, which I raise a corpse or two on occasion. I find nothing wrong with necromancy. But he got to a point where his power grew stagnant. So he had to try new things.
At which point you start being led towards the right side of the map.
Woohoo! Which
Progress. Right side of
I
the map.
guess this.
The little like mansion kind of place.
Yeah, but I mean that this is the door.
This way.
Or okay.
You notice that immediately after getting here, the door, the entire place looks like it's been worked on some areas where you notice like different like stone colors and stuff like that. This place has been worked on, probably recently, not too far from now. There is a metal door which is very out of place. And some areas that you can see like a bunch of stone on the ground. This like some areas might have been like collapsed at one point, but it seems like this place has been fixed. Up a little bit.
I want to go into the metal door that seems highly out of place.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
It seems to be locked.
Turn around to the old man. Do you have the key?
I don't have the keys for this. I left this dumped ages ago. After my first wife left.
Search the kid. See if he has the key.
Raylith hears this first white left and looks at Ashes and goes like, that seems relevant somehow.
Seems quite relevant. Search the kid. We need the key.
Is there searching for
Yeah,
him?
I'll search him again.
No key is found. His raven does come back though. It's burr, 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 and just kind of lands on his head.
We have a rogue who can pick.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Mr. Rogue, if you will.
would be my pleasure.
He's magic, so make sure it's not trapped first.
Yeah,
I put the kid between me. I'm still holding him up.
Yeah.
But I put him between me and the door. Does he squirm? A lot. Apparently, I don't know. I don't say it's like, but it's like explosion. Him first.
Do you like throw him into the door to see if, like, when he touches the door, anything happens?
Touch him to the door. Use him as a shield and touch him to the door.
Yeah.
He goes like,
I do that.
"You ain't using my goddamn son as a fucking shield. Son, is that fucking thing going to explode?" He kind of gestures, no. What if he opens it? Well, whatever the case, you ain't
If your
using
son
my...
is innocent, it should be fine.
Yeah, then there should be nothing to hide. So why should he be afraid?
Whatever the case, you ain't using my goddamn son as a fucking shield.
Then I'll be the shield.
Well, over
Yeah,
the
if you believe
shoulder
in
he
him
goes.
so much.
Over the shoulder he goes.
I'll go up and I want to touch the door, feel it, see if
It feels
anything
cold.
happens.
Cold because it's cold night.
Can you work around me and pick the lock, Aravan?
Sure, shouldn't be too hard, and I kneel down and do it right, like under him
Do it.
or next to his leg.
So,
like
what are you doing?
I'm
pick lock,
gonna.
lock.
Aravan's picking the lock, and I'm trying to kind of act as a shield for him in case anything happens when the door opens.
Okay. Do a stealth of hand if you have it. I mean, sleight of
I just
hand.
roll thieves' tools.
Okay, see.
Because, well, expertise 28.
She just goes like, plunk, plunk, clink! And you're like, damn, this model was like last year. Was so like last year.
Step back, Aravan. I'm gonna open the door, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And I push open the door.
A very broken down house. I'll just reveal everything, just to save time.
No explosions, no traps,
Nothing close.
no magical lightning.
The red was the windows, but they're kind of partially boarded up, so it's kind of hard to see. You see what you see.
I want to walk in and go to the room with the carpet.
Yes, you do.
The plans that for remodeling that Sarah found, did it include the basement?
Look at the plans. Unless you understand plans.
Yeah, we'll compare the plans with what we can see.
So
See if there's any
everybody
sort of
just move
even-
your tokens accordingly inside this place.
I'll be standing here making a perception check to see if I see anything that is off about the immediate room.
Yeah, I want to come over here and see what's up with this stuff.
Stay
Passive
with
would have been,
Rayla.
passive would have been
Diana.
15, but yeah.
Tiki head?
So what do we see inside?
Everything. Whereabouts inside are you?
Well,
I'm
the
in-
stone is down here.
Yeah, I'm looking at these books, and I'm about to move that carpet to see if there's a trap door hidden under there. Because that looks like an awfully new carpet for an awfully rundown building.
Yes.
And like we know of this cellar existing, right?
Yeah, there's an obvious doorway down to it. Or that's an upstairs.
Yeah, that's why I asked if the plans showed
Yeah.
it. Because, well, cellars are usually where you hide shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking at the rug.
I'm also assuming there's an upstairs.
Yeah, right here.
Well, I'm looking at this big old dragon head.
I'm looking at the pretty painting. And the Aztec mask.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, so you guys moving your stand appropriately?
Yeah, are these books just more on necromancy?
They're looking more advanced in necromancy. Like studying how necromancy works in a fundamental level. It's all like very theory. But you notice it's got a lot of they look like they're more like he wrote some of them. And it's more like theory, like what does a necromancy spell work? How is it decomposed? Does the creature eventually like gets destroyed over time, or does it last forever? That kind of stuff. It's all theory, you know. It's all
Out of
theory.
character question, does the rug in the picture appear as new as it appears, or does it look as run down as the rest of the house?
It looks quite new, like the other one on the north. There's a lot of mounted shit all over the place.
I want to move the rug and see if there's a door under it.
And you are. Oh, you're the stone guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you,
he's
you,
over here.
you can do it. Yeah, you grab the rug, and the rug immediately just comes to life and tries to smother you.
And initiative!
Yes.
Oh, that's glorious.
Yes,
There you go.
those monsters are glorious.
I was trying to find which one because I was trying to find carpet and smothering, but I couldn't find it. I was like, why can't I find it in the fucking book? And it's rug of fucking smothering. You see this thing that comes to life and immediately okay, so it is a +5 to hit. They're not really considered I'm not gonna say it's got like a damage on him. Because it doesn't say anything about it. Okay. No, it doesn't say so it just attacks you normally. No damage on it.
So
Huh?
is it this size or is it smaller?
A little bit. That size, why not? It's quite big. It's trying to smother. Okay. So actually, I think that grabs you, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys see this rug just come to life and just smother him. At which point, let me see here.
You know what was a really bad idea? Is splitting up in this place.
I mean,
Well, he
that's
said
why I'm
go to
over
the
here.
rooms. I mean,
Okay,
You could've
Split the party.
gone to each
so you
room
are
together.
grappled, you are restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocation. At which
Oh, we
point,
have a good con.
you can make an escape DC of strength, athletics, or acrobatics at the start of your turn. Okay?
Okay. And is the save my action?
The save is your action.
Okay.
No, I mean to escape is your action.
Okay.
You just. But that's it. And you take damage at the start of your turn. So pretty much.
Okay.
So everybody just roll initiative. Let me just get exclusive turn order.
Yes, ready.
Remove all turns. Clear. Okay. If you rolled already, just roll again.
I will have to
Ashes.
I went way down.
Ashes. Also, when you're doing that, Ashes, make a save
As you're getting Dragon Breath.
as you're getting Dragon Breath.
question:
Okay.
doesn't natural 20 mean you go first, even if someone else rolled
No.
higher?
This
But
initiative
it's so
check. It's not.
Oh, it doesn't
pretty.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Was it con or dex for Ashes?
I go on a 14 because I have advantage on initiative and perception.
Con save or dex save?
Okay, this thing has a +2, and
If it's fire, you're resistant as well. So.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Giovanni, is the dragon yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's a 22.
Like
That's,
if I use the con roll with the dex modifier, it would be 9, so it's not good.
Yeah, most likely will take full damage anyway.
It won't be full because I'm
Still have.
Okay, so you guys just hear somebody else is like, and Ray, you can see this. The guards are just looking and they're just going like, what the?
You accidentally took away the turn order.
Oh, I am really
Initiative's
sorry.
gone.
I'm really sorry.
There we go.
You everybody sees what they're seeing in their rooms.
So, what happened to Ashes?
Oh, Asher needs to make a dexterity save. Oh yeah, she got lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning?
Lightning, like a taser. Just tries to hit her. So. And the other ones
Is it a
activate.
trap or is it a creature?
They-
Is it like an
It's
attack?
more like a trap, and all the mounted faces activate the moment the rug activates. So it doesn't really. It's not really about somebody being there. It's just hits. So, Ashes, yours is lightning. The one where this guy is by the rug, the lion breathes fire, and the one where Service spits out like a paralyzing agent into the room.
Now, does that hit the rug and me?
Yes, it will hit. Actually, no, you're far away from the fire. It would hit somebody closer. It just shoots out. Like if you're just there, it just hits you.
Like me.
Yeah.
Mm,
Actually, let me check the range on that. Are you 15 feet? Nope. It's just 15 feet farther. So,
So it doesn't hit the rug either. Sad face.
poison is supposed to cover 60. I will hit anybody there. And lightning is pretty much just another 15 feet. Anybody there. So you're safe in that area.
yeah,
Sarah, just make a
35 feet away.
Sarah, just make a con save. Well, you're to see how good you did.
I like this house. I like the planning that went into this house, Giovanni. It is appreciated.
Oh, thank you. I do plan you guys' demise sometimes.
I'm
Sarah,
okay with that.
Sarah, can you roll a con?
Sarah, if you need to do a con save.
I'm gonna kill this rug.
Wow.
Okay.
So, Sarah,
Okay,
you
I'll
just
do.
straight up fall unconscious.
Ooh.
Like 2-0.
Unconscious or paralyzed?
Paralyzed, sorry. But yeah, you just fall to it.
Okay.
You just,
There is a difference.
yeah, sorry. You breathe this in, and you just go like, and just fall sideways. It just kind of, the tiki mask just kind of shoots out like a green, like mist, like, and you don't react on time. You just go like, and you just fall. Ashes, you take 15 of this damage.
Okay.
You just go and you can't not take any reactions, as it works similar to Shiny Grass. And that is it. You're far away from the rug and the fire, so the rug just kind of becomes like smaller in terms and just kind of goes at you. So, at which point, did I turn on the timer? Okay, Sarah, you're paralyzed. So you can make another con check. Save to see if you can get out of this. You fall to the ground and you just immediately start recovering your muscle movement, but that's pretty much at the end of your turn. Okay?
Okay.
The rug, number 1, will attempt to smother you. Again. It seems to be trying to make sure you just, stop, being weak.
Breathing.
Yeah, who knows? It's a rug, right? And Airvan, the rug on your side also comes to life.
So I take 7 points of damage.
Yours misses, Airvan, as the rug on that side just misses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a rug.
Bet you never thought you'd say that.
I've killed a lot of things in my life, but I've never killed a rug.
First time for everything.
Oh, look at that. A giant hole in the floor. Who is correct?
It's got a hole, but it's not really, it doesn't go really anywhere.
So there's this rug in the north, rug here, and then 3 breath weapon type
So,
traps.
just set off. Even if you weren't in the room or not, they just set off.
Oh, 4, because there's this
That looks
one
like
in the
they're a
middle.
one-time thing.
You guys hear
Yeah.
something
It was just like
else?
a trap, and that's what happened.
Yeah, at which point after Stone, because he hit him, you notice that he's almost like laughing, like, and you can hear like a faint, like, get asshole. It's your turn, Ray.
Uh-oh.
I knocked the kid out.
This guy's like full HP, bro. Like, you're gonna have to beat on him like for a while.
He didn't heal. We beat him. Yeah,
He
we
didn't
beat
heal.
him.
Oh,
Beat
okay.
him to an inch to an life, and nobody has healed him. So yeah, he's going down.
You smack him.
Yeah, and I drop him.
Yeah.
Like I drop him in front of me. Boom.
The dad
And
just,
the
the
daughter
dad,
I just call out into the house because the guards are there.
the dad just kind of looks inside and just sees the rug on one side, the rug on the north, and he just goes like, "How?" Look at the sun.
Magic!
No, at the sun, like, since when? And he just goes like,
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious. So he goes like, yeah. So what are you gonna do then?
I run to the nearest place to attack the rug.
Okay.
Because I see the rug.
Okay.
30 feet. I can only since I attacked, I can only move 30 feet. So weapons out. I move here.
You leaving the guy there?
Oh, he's unconscious. Yeah.
Okay. So you make it over there. The next one.
Just make sure Daddy Warbucks don't mess with him.
Well, then I close it. Make sure the door is closed. Boom.
Just in front of their faces. Hi.
Okay.
And then I move in the next round because I can only do so much.
Okay. You close the door. The guy just goes like, "Hey, what the fuck? You hit my son, then you close the door. You better not be hurting him." And you hear him like knocking on the door, and the other guards are like now hitting the door. They're more preoccupied over the kid, over your guys' life at this point. So,
Could have distracted him with you.
Erevan, the rug comes to life and seems to be trying to get you.
I'm going to stab a rock. How stupid that sounds. I'm going to stab a rock.
You're missing
At
the
least
whistle.
try to. But I miss most likely depending on AC.
You, wow, dude, so you have the 12 AC.
That then.
There you go, bro. In previous editions, we couldn't possibly, sneak attack a rug, but, I'm not that big of a bitch. So you do 7 points of damage against the rug.
Because I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1. I can't roll for combat. Out of combat, I'm fine. In combat, no.
Anything else?
Fucking hell.
I don't think we have had a short rest, right?
No, you guys just been walking one here and there.
Yeah, he's calling back. Ashes, are you okay?
Ashes, your hairs are just kind of standing up.
All static.
Yeah, static.
But I can see what's going on with Erevan, right?
Yeah, you see the rug just came to life like some Aladdin shit.
Aladdin shit. Okay, yeah.
I love this session.
Does the rug count as a creature now then?
Who knows?
You're gonna insult the rock's feelings?
It is an animated creature. It is an animated object, so yes, it is a creature at the moment.
That counts as a creature, doesn't it? Okay.
Because anything that alive is a creature.
I suppose I'll cast Dissonant Whispers at the rug.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Okay, so what is the conditions of this?
Sorry, I'm just trying to make it cast, not casting for a second.
Can I see the description of the spell real quick when you roll it?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah, it's because this is like...
Oh, I didn't paste it. Hold on, I'll copy and paste it.
Once you hit a creature? Okay. And you cast a spell, and I'm just going to straight up tell you, it does nothing.
Because it can't hear.
Because it's a rug.
Hear, right?
You're like, you ugly ass rug. And the rug just keeps trying to grab Erevan.
But, so it's not counted as a creature.
No. You
It's
probably
a deafened creature, I guess.
Yeah, but it automatically succeed on the save, it still takes half damage.
It doesn't even, it's not going to be effective.
Animated rug is not a creature. Now I know.
Yeah.
That is going to make a lot of spells useless.
Anything else you're going to do?
No, there's nothing I can really do. I don't think.
Okay.
I will move, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Oh, fuck off.
Stone.
He's unconscious.
No, I mean stone.
That was me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Stone.
Wrong.
Stone, keep in mind, if you have any spell that requires verbal, you're unable to do so. As you're unable to breathe, so that means you're unable to speak.
You said I could do a strength check to get out of the thing, right?
Strength or acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics. So Ashes moves there, and Stone, my good friend. What are you gonna do?
Athletics or acrobatics, huh?
I think you're fine.
Yeah, you're just gonna like get off me,
Dumbass rug.
and the rug just kind of becomes big again because it's not holding your head, and it's over here. Anything else you can do?
That so reminds me of the scene in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, at which point I believe that's it for you. So Sarah,
Do I have
Here,
a
go.
bonus
Yeah.
action?
if you can do a bonus action, something yes.
That's what I'm trying to look at.
Spiritual weapon.
Yes, I
Whack.
cast spiritual weapon.
Okay, so it's a bonus action spell that you can do.
Yep.
Okay,
Bonus
Sarah,
action does require concentration.
you are prone in the ground. You're able to walk.
Have movement to get up or to cast a
Yep.
spell, then you don't have to move.
Yeah. He tries to whack it with 14. Giovanni, the rug
half
at stone.
movement,
The what?
and I'll move half movement to get up.
Okay.
I'll move 15 feet. Oh, it's here.
Mhm.
Kind of don't want to use my spells.
Cantrips.
Yeah, I don't have any ranged cantrips,
Okay.
sadly.
You just hear Stone laughing. Because this
yeah,
is
Giovanni.
absolutely ridiculous.
I'll
This
do
one-
sword burst just in case.
Mhm.
So that creates a circle of blades around me in case anything enters within 5 feet.
Okay, nice. I believe sword burst is that. Oh, you're gonna do that as an action. For the action.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't do anything else. I just moved for.
Okay. So something
Oh.
else once you're gonna do that. Rugs then.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide which way I'm gonna go, so I'll do that.
Rug number 1 with Airman attempts to grab him, misses. Rug number 2 with our good old cleric attempts to grab him, misses. They are unable to do anything else. Ray, my good man.
Okay, I'm standing by the door and I chuck 2 javelins at the rug.
Okay.
That's near Stone. Finally, I
Wait.
get to do something.
Did my attack hit?
I believe you can summon a spiritual weapon, but it takes an action to attack with it.
No, it's the same bonus action when you summon it. You
Oh,
can whack.
Nope. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet. And every consecutive turn, it's another bonus action to move it 20 feet and attack.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, you hit it, so roll your damage.
And then you roll a 2. No, that was a very nice one.
Nice.
Almost maximum.
You hit it for 8. Good job.
Oh, Giovanni, I made a mistake with sword burst. It's instantaneous, so it doesn't stick around.
Oh, I saw you were like holding your action in case something got close.
Yeah, no, I thought it created a sort of shield. Of
No,
sorts,
no.
Like
but it
Blade
doesn't.
Ward.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can I move instead? Just
You
30 feet?
can. You didn't do anything. So. Just move your character.
Okay.
There you go. The table.
Okay.
The table is just kind of flopped over. Ray, you shoved your javelins.
Okay, first strike. That's a hit, I think.
Yes.
And the second one, that's also a hit. And it's by 1. It's not a critical by 1. God damn it. Okay, here we go. First damage. That's a total of 16 points, I think.
Yes.
Yes. 16 points.
Didn't you move last turn?
No, I didn't move because I don't want the other guys to interrupt us.
Right.
Okay, nice. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay, you shoot 2 javelins. They go right through it, but the thing looks like it's like slowing down. Ervin.
Just need to check the conditions on my swashbuckler thing.
Is it that whenever you hit with your attack, or whenever you hit a creature? Sneak attack.
You can use sneak attack with any melee attack made against a target that has none of your allies adjacent to it. None of my allies is adjacent to it at the moment, so I can just stab it. And anyway, the normal sneak attack makes it if I have an ally, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I get it.
Weird wording, but still, can I hit a rug?
Man, you suck.
I can't hit a rug.
Man, you suck, bro. You're trying to hit a rug, but the thing's moving like Aladdin's like rug, and it's just like moving back and
There
forth.
we go.
There you go. Just finally hit it.
Still not one of the first damage dice.
Nice.
Why?
Okay, you hit it again. It seems
I
like
have never fought a rug before. I don't know where to aim. That's the issue.
In general, at the rock helps. I mean, it's
Mm.
not
I know where to aim for the heart. I know where to aim for the head, but I don't know where that is on that rock.
Ashes. You're just staring at part of this thing at this point. Ashes.
I guess I will step forward and try and hit the rug also. Well, I'm okay hitting the rug.
Nice.
See, it's not that
Look,
hard.
look at you. Being pissed at this thing. You hit it, and it looks like it's about to kill over, but just one more hit.
I would like to inspire Sarah.
Nice. Stone, my good friend. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna smack it with my flail.
Okay, go for it.
Give me a sec. Okay, there we go.
You smack it, roll the damage. It breaks and falls into, like you cut it, like you hit it with a flail, and it was moving, like it had like purpose to it, and then it just starts falling like a normal rug and just lays there, motionless. I can't say it's dead, but it's not moving anymore.
And I'm just gonna move over here, and I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon along with me, so it's behind me.
The lion is no longer shooting fire. So. Yeah, you go over there. You see a Rayla. People are like doing strength against the wall, the door, but it seems to be well made. So, at which point we go
Sucks
over.
to be them.
Yeah, Sarah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move over to the rug and attack it with a booming blade.
Okay.
And I'll-
You're inspired.
Inspiration,
Is that a
a D8.
As long as you don't roll a 1,
You
you're
hit.
fine.
You hit. And you manage to destroy it. It explodes into tiny little pieces.
Never
Well.
rug before. Now I have.
Yeah. That's a thing that happened.
Well, Raylith moves, picks up the kid. Let's go.
Doom, 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 doom. Like, open the goddamn door!
Open the door! I'm getting that pounding's giving me a headache.
Doom, 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 doom.
I open the door.
You see 2 guards just fall in,
He snickers.
and they just get up, like, "Ugh!" And they like look at you guys. You're holding him, and they look at him. He's still breathing. And they just go like, "What the hell? You have to close the door."
Monsters, dangerous, attacked.
Yes, try to suffocate people.
There's kind of a hole here, but it's just like some missing wooden planks. It doesn't really go anywhere. So just
But can I look?
What?
I want to look and see if I can see anything under it.
yeah, that's I'm telling you. You're looking
Oh.
down, and where you think it's
So-
missing planks, and there's still a floor, but it's just like it's just broken over time, and the rug was mostly just covering it.
What's this?
Closet.
What's this?
It looks to be a wooden door.
I don't want to go through doors on my own. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you have
call
some backup.
people.
Yeah, we're here. We're here for you.
Can
In
I
case-
check and see if it's trapped?
We'll be here for you.
We'll be, out of range
Don't
for
walk
any
up to that
exploding.
one.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
stand next to the dragon.
Look, it's
Ashes.
Can
Would
I-
you like
can
me
I-
to open the door?
Whatever. Sure.
Get out of range, everyone.
Just be in this corner.
The door doesn't
And,
seem to
um,
be. There's a doorknob on this one.
I'm gonna open it.
You open it.
What do I see? Oh, another freaky.
You notice there seems to be like a singe on the door over here. There's like a little bit of like hiss coming like from the door. Like,
Oh, it was another trap. Glorious.
it doesn't seem to be acid. Like something like hit the door super hard. And you can see like some wind coming from a little bit of wind coming from the mouth of this dragon or demon thing, but it's slowly like disappearing. Like whoosh.
Oh, so it activated with the other ones,
In the
probably.
room. Yeah. What else is in the room? Can we do a little search?
You start looking over here. That's what you're normally seeing. Wherever you guys see normally.
I want to go out this. I want to open this door.
It looks to be it's got locks. So. Probably
On the inside?
Evan!
Yeah.
That's weird.
Sneaky
Evan.
lockpicking rogue time.
Shouldn't we just go out the
Same-
door
same-
we came through?
Same door, knob.
Because, well, I don't want to mess with something that's in direct line of fire from something.
Fine, we'll go out and go around.
And you guys eventually go out. There you go.
Are we done checking out the house?
No, we'll come back to the house. But
We're checking floor by floor.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a top floor as well. We'll check.
Yeah,
But
and we have a
I
downstairs.
think suspicions are basement first. I believe.
yes,
Because I guess this is leading downwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
you,
gonna go.
you can do investigation towards the plants that we had.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go down the stairs.
I'll assist in her looking.
So do I
I'm
get
gonna
a
wait at the
bed?
top of the stairs.
Don't know how it works.
Yeah, if you're getting
Yeah,
you
help
get advantage
action.
of help.
From what you can see, there's a lot of like on the plants it says that door itself, in the pathway towards down there, it is so covered with trash, broken shit. Like over the time, people that got in here just pulled that place with so much garbage that it's literally you have to spend like days or like weeks just trying to get all that shit out. Like it says on the plans, and it also
Does it look
it also shows like a different pathway down, and it shows a well.
So in the plan there's this, but in reality it's covered in stuff.
It shows a well on the
Northwest.
north. Yeah.
In reality, is the cellar access still covered in trash, or does it look like it's been?
When
cleaned?
you open it, it looks like it's so covered. It like rocks. It's so much shit and it's like looks like it's very very heavy. Like people just threw shit down. I don't know.
Okay, then I want to go to the well.
Well, you notice that there's no water. There seems to be like a little bit of light coming from the bottom.
Can I
And-
just quickly poke you the rubble?
Yeah, it looks very, very sturdy.
Okay, that's all I wanted to check.
Can I
Uh,
tell?
it is
That's
a 30.
all.
It is 30 feet down. It looks to have been purposely a lot of shit was thrown down here. A lot of shit. It looks 30 feet down. There's no rope.
Does anybody have Featherfall?
Yep.
Yeah, but shouldn't we just attach a rope to like this tree or something and go down?
I don't know if a regular rope will hold my weight.
That is true.
I can
You're a big guy.
use it for you if you wish.
If you would please.
The photo is just with you looking at this thing, and
So
I mean,
I'm gonna.
it can be all of us, but we'd have to jump in there and then I'll cast it because it's 5 falling creatures.
Well, we should attach a rope to get back up.
Yes.
the dad is like, "I'm coming with you. You ain't going nowhere with my son by himself." Her.
Well, I hope you can cast Featherfall on yourself because I'm casting it on my friends and your son's going to have to be held by Raylith. I can't cast it on you as well, mate.
I don't need it. For all the adventure back in my day. And he put the rope, Captain. And he goes, "Sure, okay, sir." And starts putting a rope.
I want to jump down the well. Anybody else want to jump down
Yeah.
the well?
But we'll all have to do it together and I'll cast Featherfall.
Yeah, you all start going down very, very slowly. The noble guy passes prime, a little bit belly, beer gut. Is able to faintly hold his own. He's not doing too well, but he's enough to actually get down safely enough. But you probably think he's way past his prime. You eventually start walking pretty much the same way you guys were in right now, but back into the house, like to a tunnel. This looks to have been made quite recently as well, and you notice a very partially lit room, like a square. You notice there seems to be 2 cages, and there seems to be a corpse, a very maggot infested corpse. It's a full body corpse. It's got like a
But it's still got flesh.
yeah, but it's rotting. It's got like a loincloth, like something covering his dick area at least. And he's like partially opened, like around the chest area. And there's like a lot of books here, and you notice two cages that they have drapes over them.
I removed the drapes off the cages. I have to know.
When you open one, a zombie hand just sprout, like a full zombie sprouts out, and his hand just goes through the bars, tries to grab you. It goes, and to the other one, a skeleton. The skeleton just goes.
I guess this skeleton doesn't have any weapons on it.
They don't have any weapons.
Okay, good.
They
I
have
don't have
very. The zombie has very new clothes on him, like funeral clothes. You would guess, like somebody who's just buried with this kind of thing. And the skeleton has like nothing. It's like full on skeleton.
I want
And
to
the father's like putting his hand over his nose because it smells down here.
Can I look over the corpse that's lying there and see if it's trying to make out if it was buried before it died, before they took it here, or
Investigation. It was. You start looking like for anybody else, this person looks like he was murdered. Like you can see markings around the neck, and cuts like around the heart area. And for anybody else, it just looks like this guy got cut and horribly killed. But when you look inside, you can start seeing like there's dirt under his nails, like you're doing some CSI shit, some actual shit, and you notice this guy has dirt under the nail, has some dirt around like the mouth area, and you've probably seen this guy was buried.
Okay.
And he was just haphazardly thrown into a grave. Like, he wasn't really that much. You probably think he wasn't really an important person. And when you start looking around, you notice around under his arm, there's a symbol, but you don't understand what the tattoo means.
Is it a symbol or is it a?
It's a tattoo, but you don't know
letter.
what it is. From where you are, your personal history, you don't know what it is. Even if you make a check, you will not know what it is.
No, it's just. Can I make out of its language or it's just a symbol?
It is a symbol, but it seems to be human in nature, but you don't know what it is. Because of where you're from. This is something that you don't understand what it is.
Can I come and have a look?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell everybody.
You look at it,
Right,
and it says the human... It's not the word, but it's almost a symbol they put on prisoners. On somebody who's on jail.
Okay.
And this kind of people, you know, they generally don't get a funeral. They just get thrown into a grave. That's it.
Mhm.
And the zombie just goes...
What else is in the room?
A bunch of books.
No spare body parts, no freshly moved earth.
You see a couple more books. This one's one of them is still open. It's got like a lot of words on it. It's next to the corpse, the newly found corpse of the dude. From what you guys-
What kind of words does it have? What's it about?
It's saying, I feel that if I can understand how this magic truly manifests, there might be a way to destroy a skeleton through normal means and without not
That's
much
a journal.
effort. Yeah, it's a journal. Like, I've used acid and I've noticed it's not very efficient in destroying a skeleton. A zombie's flesh does corrode, but I'm trying to understand what is the big difference between the two. Like, you're trying to understand the big difference between the two, fundamentally. Does a zombie lose all his skin, eventually become a skeleton? He's trying to like, understand this kind of thing. I guess it will require more time and more test subjects, as only having one test subject is not enough for an actual experiment. I've also been studying the facts that how to really destroy a skeleton without much effort. That's something that he seems to be actually like studying a lot. And I've been seeing that bludgeoning weapons seem to be very, very effective against skeletons and other similar undead.
Unbind him.
It's the game.
Yeah.
A lot of bludgeoning weapons seem to be very effective. A lot of air, they don't need air, they don't need anything. Like, for you guys, you don't know this type of information. It's not something that people fucking study. He seems to actually be studying it. Like, I've drowned the skeletons of the zombies. This is very interesting because if an undead army were to attack a city, they could just send their troops under the water and they would not be affected by this. The zombies, I hypothesize they could jump off a building and probably survive by their magic. And it keeps on going, like different ways they can survive, and it keeps on going. And he seems to be studying a lot of how to destroy them as well.
There's nothing inside of any sort of live targets or something that he attacked or kidnapped.
He's saying there's a bunch of ignorant fuckers. They seem to hate me just because I study this type of magic, which the wizards think is just inherent evil. I find it to be quite interesting. It does give an aspect to life in a new manner.
So basically, this is a hoity-toity, ignorant, abusive asshole because he's rich.
No,
Yes.
he's studying how to beat Soth.
Yes, but his manner and attitude is really pissing everybody off.
Today I walked
Yeah.
through the streets. People threw apples at me. They called me a heretic. And you keep going backwards. A little girl's cat was run over by a cart. I saw I could make her happy if I brought it back. But it seems to have gone the opposite
Okay.
effects.
So he's just like a high
must-
intelligence, low.
I must
wisdom.
admit that the cat was still showing its ribs when it came back to life, and I personally don't care, but it seems to have horrified the little child. He doesn't seem to understand human emotions that well, but, it's like, eh. And people just call it heretic. And that fucking Father Malian is bullshit every time.
Mallet. I toss him aside. So I toss him to his dad. Or like,
But somebody just tries to grab him, but it's like with
I-
one hand.
I toss him to his dad. I was like, here. And I'd leave. Like,
Yeah. So you guys leave, I guess.
Yeah,
well, we can go upstairs.
And he finally wakes up and goes like, and he goes
remove
like,
his gag.
"Ah, where's my book? Where's my book?
There's no
It's
book.
safe, don't worry.
Don't fucking destroy 1 tree. He's 13. He's a valid experiment. You okay, 13? And somebody just goes like,
We're not destroying anything. We're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna destroy your book. We have what
Or
we
your
need.
zombies.
I want to keep the book.
As a wizard, she really wants to keep the book.
the father's like very, very pissed. Like, give my son this book back.
Did they not teach you in wizard school to make a second copy? Gee.
And he was like, it's not like I'm gonna give you his fucking copy. Like, he says, I have a normal book, but this is my necromancy book.
Give him the book, Sarah.
Could be useful.
The father just walks up to you, just grabs the book, and just, give me.
It doesn't belong.
He has to
you.
go through.
And the guy just
But
immediately
stuff.
starts crying while holding his book, like, oh, here's a study, here's a study.
I wasn't holding the book. It was on me.
And he goes like,
Just
It's
let him
like-
have the book. Just give him the book.
he goes like, it's not my
Okay.
fault I'm studying how to better understand undead. Like, that's wizards are a bunch of ignorant assholes.
Well, maybe if you weren't such a big asshole back to them, then it wouldn't have been a misunderstanding in the first place.
I just walk into the study and be like, hey, would it be fun to, I don't know, study the undead so we can actually better destroy stuff? And they're like, no, get out.
Why don't you have, instead of digging up corpses from the graveyard where the sanctified dead are, why don't you have your rich little daddy here make a deal with the prison that you get those corpses?
I don't know, I get it from the same, graveyard. They just get thrown into unmarked graves. He says, I look for unmarked graves.
Yes, but if you get them straight from the prison, carted to your little laboratory here,
He says, you
Then-
crazy! I'll be ruined. Like, I can at least deal with saying that my son is a necromancer, and at least, but the moment I start saying I'm buying corpses, I'll be ruined.
who said
So
anyone
it's better
has
to have
to
him
know?
digging up people's corpses instead.
He says, you didn't see anything. And he gives you guys like 20 gold. You didn't see jack shit.
It's gonna take more than that.
He says, don't push it.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
We're not the only ones who saw it, by the way.
He says, I'll deal with those fucking assholes. And he says, don't push it anymore. As he shows, like, he points to his son's, like, bruised up face. And he goes, like, you're lucky I didn't send my guards up to kill you. And I'm not that kind of god. So he grabs his son and he says, you're killing that fucking zombie. No, I'm not. And they're having like a small...
And I'm sure that if your son can show his studies and his information to the guard, he can work out a deal. He can continue his study because it could be useful. in the
Roll persuasion.
coming war.
Yes, showing it to the guards and
They
the
would supply
commanders
him with
of the army.
corpses.
Yeah. There's a lot of fresh dead from the war.
Roll persuasion.
No, they need to be burned.
So you just want dealing with it as he looks at Ashes. To better understand your enemy, you must study them.
But do so.
You know how the
Oh,
guards here
fire.
use swords? What's that going to do against fucking skeletons?
Raylith is just getting pissed and more pissed every single time this kid opens his mouth. He's like, looks at him, looks at the rest of the party, looks at the rope, and goes like,
He starts climbing.
out.
Yeah.
But
Ashes
he, but he
just follow
seems to.
Raylan.
And says, do you really think like they'll listen to me if I tell them that, my findings?
I think
If you
can-
show them useful information that they can use in combat to lessen their casualties, of course they will be happy.
if you do your experiments in a controlled environment under supervision, as every wizard should do.
Well, that's why I didn't put any rope and I blocked off the other entrance, and I pretty much just misty step out of the well to make sure even if they somehow get out, they wouldn't be able to hurt anybody. So.
Yes, well,
And plus, I usually have control over them for now, but he tells the
I'm
zombie,
sure that
"Eh,
everybody would be happier.
13, clap, and you see the zombie just clap his hands like, ugh. Ugh.
Yes, very lovely.
I'm sure everybody would be more comfortable if there was a supervisor.
I'm sure. He says, I guess I can. But he doesn't seem to be really happy with you guys because he beats the shit out of him to the point where he's all like, he looks like a fucking grape at this point. And he just goes like, yeah, sure, I'll think about it. But
Can I use a heal kit to try to make him better in some way? Actually,
probably,
no, I don't have the. Yeah. Yeah, I'll expend the healer's kit charge on him to.
Wait a second.
I mean, you could just straight up heal him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
okay.
Yeah, so I'll let you do that since I don't have the healer feat, so I can't really do too much.
You start putting some ointments and he goes like, oh, no, that's good. At which point, as you guys kind of start coming out and you see a bunch of guards just running like throughout the streets, and they grab and like you see a mother crying outside a house, and you can see a arm just sticking out, and there's just like a pool of blood.
This is just like we're right next to the slums, aren't we? So this is happening in the slums.
Yeah, you guys walk, and it's not right next to his house, but you guys walk for a little bit, and you guys see the plays, and you see the guards like, fucking Ripper again. How the fuck does he just get inside the houses? Like, and they're just looking at the house or windows. It's like, we don't see any tamperings. Like, usually when you use a lockpick, there's like, you leave like scratch marks and shit like that. It's just, he just went inside the house.
Magic.
Yes, magic can do a lot of things after all. Let me check.
At which point you see a couple of the people just turn around and they just look at Elion and they go like, "You fucking bastard!" And you see the mob is starting to form again. And he goes, "Shit!"
I'm gonna
It
cast.
wasn't him.
I'm gonna
He was
cast
with us.
Spirit Guardians and just use them to hold the crowd at bay.
And people just feel like, oh, the people just get afraid and start like walking backwards. And you see the guy just says, the guard is just looks at the situation and he says, "What?" And they're not sure what to do. The mob is very pissed, but they seem to be keeping at bay this spell.
He was with us the entire time. There is no possible way he could have committed the crime.
What persuasion?
Yes, he was unconscious half the time even.
What persuasion? No advantage. People are very on edge.
Can I roll instead of him?
He's the one speaking.
I was assisting because I already said it.
Yeah. Roll it.
Yes, Stone ass, you were the one opening your mouth. Roll it.
Yeah, one speaking.
Yeah.
Rolls it.
Well,
Nice.
there you go.
You notice a guy was holding a piece of shit and he was going to throw it to you, but he kind of stopped.
Nasty.
And he kind of
He
drops
was-
it, and then he drops it and goes like, well, it's probably him. He probably did it earlier today. He was like, I didn't do jack shit, you bunch of ignorant fools.
So he's been with us for how long now?
Like 2 or 3 hours.
When was this girl discovered?
Like 30 minutes ago. Not even the full girl, it's just an arm of a woman, the head of a child, and the leg of a man. So probably like half the family that was in here just got ripped apart. You can do
So we're
investigation to
talking
try
like
you can do investigation.
Hannibal.
Like somebody cut their body parts, similar to a Ripper. Ripper always leaves just a couple body parts behind.
Nice.
He either like leaves almost all the body, or just like, but it's always missing something, or all the body is always missing, but there's always like a missing part. It's kind of hard to tell when this guy died, Stone. This family died, but you know the body's still fresh. Like it has not been that long. It's not rotting. It's been less than a couple hours, I would guess.
Yeah, I can probably tell if the
Can I
blood's
search
dry.
the room?
This body isn't even cold yet. There's no possible way this man could be the killer. Now,
Thank you.
We
Somebody who speaks with some intelligence.
I look at the
We
dad. I go look at the father. Go like, shut him up.
He's not helping the
take
own
him
situation.
home before I lose
He-
control and hurt him myself.
They put a hood over him and says, yeah, that's the only problem we have with him. Is the most arrogant little kid there is. And he says, but I'm right, as they're like walking off.
Now, we're still trying to find the Ripper. And we will do so, and you will return to your homes and hold your families and be grateful it wasn't you.
And you see the rest of the priests, you know, they kind of start running off. O'Malley is like, oh, I'm glad you guys are alive. The mercenaries can kill you. And he looks to the side. Like God's blue light. He puts his hand over his like eyes, like you know, his whole hand, and goes like, he was like, what happened to the kid? Why didn't you know, what did you
The
find?
kid is
The kid is innocent.
There are several things that would point to his innocence. We
He
found
just
his
don't-
lab.
He
Nothing
he
pointing.
goes, shh, don't say it here. We don't know who's listening, okay?
Okay.
Before we go anywhere, can we search the crime scene?
Yeah.
Very
Like,
simple
someone
home.
with
Very simple home. You can
decent
see
investigation.
family like paintings, like you know what, very shitty ones, but you know the family. The mother's outside crying, like child, like human kid, human dad, and human daughter. You can see like different body parts scattered around. What else? Very simple. You can see they were like in the middle of a dinner. You can guess from this, like the food is still there. Very religious family. You can see there's just religious symbols everywhere. So that's about it. You're looking through the door, like seeing if somebody like broke it, like used any type of like scratches, like you know, like tinkering, like whatever everyone does on the door. It doesn't seem like it. The windows seem fine. It's just one-story floor house. Whoever did this was, you would guess, either using magic to teleport, or they just let him in.
It was someone they knew. Someone they would have invited to dinner.
Or
That-
they could just teleport in.
O'Malley just goes like, he's there with you guys. Just teleportation, somebody they knew?
Do they have neighbors?
And most of the houses, you know, people have been like staying inside, and it was like, he looks at this, and he goes like, Milton's. He looks at him and he goes, yes, they have the neighbors over by that side and the other side.
I want to go and ask the neighbors if they heard anyone knock on the door.
Yeah, you go over to one of the houses. You see the families are very scared, and you just look into the window and you go like, "What do you want, Sister Father? What do you want?"
Did anyone knock? Did you hear anyone knock on the door of the crime scene?
They just like, "No, we've been trying to keep the houses closed. We heard the ruckus outside of town, and about they finally caught the Ripper. But that's about it. All we've been seeing is guards and priests running around. Like, that's about it."
Are you sure?
He goes like, "Yes, sir." And
Did they have?
another neighbor will say, he's a drunk. He really didn't see it. He's just like drunk in the corner.
Did they have anyone over for dinner?
I heard. I think I heard the door open, and it's trying to regulate if you heard anything. They seem to be surprised or something. Like I don't remember the words. They were just surprised that somebody came in. So, but I didn't quite pay attention, so I just kept eating with my family. So
Was there a measure of time between when you heard them surprised and when the ruckus began?
I don't know. You mean ruckus as when they caught the necromancer?
No, I figured if he's hacking up bodies, there would have been some noise.
Yeah.
No, he said that he didn't hear any noise. There was a glass that broke, but he didn't see much of it, like on the house.
Do you know how long it was between them?
Between go inside, probably like 30 minutes. I guess he doesn't really count it.
I'm sorry, you got me in full CSI mode, man.
Yeah, it's a mystery case.
Seraph is just looking around for anything with her 18 investigation.
You can see the arms were cleanly cut, like a blade would not do this. Like a normal metal blade would not cut through this skin so easily. It just cuts your skin like butter.
Okay, and can I make out if just body parts scattered around? Can I try to make out if whatever happened here, or the body parts were moved?
It happened here, and then he took the body parts.
Is there a trail of blood to follow?
At first, yes, but then it stops. Almost like around the kitchen, it just completely stops.
Yeah. There has to be some sort of magic to take several bodies without a trace.
You see all the Magnet guards are kind of left. They're just gonna smirk and they're just gonna leave. Although Mally just asks, what can the priest do to better protect people, because he feels like he's really like letting his community down. You know that he seems very distraught. Why do you say that word, distraught?
How big is your church? How many can it hold?
You guys were in there like around 300, 200, give or take. If it's like people are packed, probably.
How many people are currently living in the slums?
More than that, he says. People sometimes I have it so people can try to recover from some of the daily pain. So usually around 100 people come, and usually the community is very, very they look out for each other.
If we can get enough people into the church to narrow down where he can strike, it'd be easier to keep an eye and track his movements.
And he goes like, I like that. I like that plan.
It would probably help if we had some kind of decoy.
Oh. In the wine cellar room, you got, it can make it easier for you guys to keep an eye on them, because you can like see through like from down up sometimes. Like there's like cracks.
Are you talking about a decoy family?
No, I mean like.
Or person.
I don't know what you guys were getting into that, but I'm saying that the church has like a wine cellar room on the bottom. That it's got cracks. We've been trying to fix that over the years, but people in the slums are not the best, donators. But apart from that, you can see
I was thinking more if he's only killing people specifically in the slums, right?
Yes.
So if we can get people out of the slums, that'll narrow down the area. If we can concentrate people in the church and he's only killing in the slums, we can narrow down the area where he's going to attack people.
Okay.
To this one specific section of the slums. So we put, say, Ashes or Seraph and Erevan in there.
This is what I'm saying.
As a family.
I can disguise myself.
Okay, I like that.
Make it a good target for him.
I can act as bait.
Okay, I'll tell my boys here, and you see like two young priests. They seem they can do like minor magic. They're all like wearing their core stats, but they don't wear any armor. I can tell them to spread the word out. Just tell me the instructions, and I'll do my best.
To make it more convincing, I wouldn't be able to bring all my weapons, however. Basically only 2 daggers at most, because else it would just break the decoy.
No, but we can stash them around the house.
I can only disguise myself.
In inconspicuous places.
Yeah.
So unless you disguise kit.
So.
Okay.
I can disguise myself as a real nice statue.
Well, you have a whore. We know that he can afford.
Well, it's kind of 3 a.m. And we sort of like,
Yes, perhaps we should.
Starting tomorrow, as many people who can sleep at the church.
Okay. He says, I think they would feel better if you guys are at the church.
Yes, we didn't have much rest.
He says, I don't know about killers much, but I would doubt that he would make this move when you guys are like in the same room as them.
Yeah, and
that's the point.
Do we
that
usually
we can't
do more
catch
than
him.
No, I mean that probably go
The point is
under the cellar, the wine cellar.
Do we do more than
the
one
point
attack
is
per
that
night?
we don't draw him to the church. We draw him to the decoys outside of the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't
We
want him
put
to go to the
people
church.
in the
That's
church
where the
that they're-
vulnerable people are.
I
We
mean,
minimise the
unless the
outsiders
fact,
on the streets, and we have our decoys out on the streets, which makes us the prime target.
I mean, unless you're hinting at the fact that the church's cellar is somehow important.
Not really. He just says he's just giving you ideas to help you out.
Yeah, but I doubt he's gonna attack in the church.
Yeah, I'm
There's
trying
that
to
many
catch this guy.
Yeah.
Do the Ripper usually do more than one victim per night, or victim's family thing?
You see one of the other priests answers, and young kid, only heard like one every couple of nights, sometimes 2 at a time. There's
Okay, so the likelihood of him striking another time tonight won't be so high.
Yeah, won't be too out of time.
So it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
Get everyone you can to the church now. We set up now. We'll sleep in shifts.
He goes like, okay, and And he tells the other priests who, they heard you and they start doing that.
Somebody pick a house.
I don't think there should be more than 2 or 3 people visible, at least, at the same time. I don't think he's gonna attack 5 people at once.
Most likely not.
Then let's
Even
Well,
if they're-
Erevan can stealth.
Yeah,
Neighboring
Serac can
houses.
invisible.
can. Or
2 decoy houses next door
I
neighbors.
can invisible or I can disguise myself.
Mhm.
Invisibility
I
only
can
lasts
cast
for an hour.
invisibility on someone else.
Visibility. is
Have all
only
the
an hour.
have all the victims up till now been human?
Any person on the Sims. Any person on the Sims.
Okay. Good. So I think
Any
we set up-
person that's either been out in the street. At first, it was people out in the street. When they start hunkering down, then they start attacking them in the houses as well. So people are feeling very, very, desperate. They don't know how he's getting in, and that's making it worse. You see families just barricading their houses at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty good plan.
Okay.
Because after all, I have a +9 stealth, which should be able to work something.
Yeah. So it's either I can disguise myself or I can do up to 2 people invisibility.
Well, O'Malley tells you guys that he will stay over by the church unless you guys need him for anything else.
Oh, about the necromancer boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you give him the description, right? That he's not yada yada.
Yeah, and I'll also tell him that we sort of made a deal about, or suggested a deal about his practices and how they could come in useful for the war.
Okay.
And that they should probably have a talk with him and look at the information he's gathered.
He says he will keep that in mind. He's not the most, his god is not the most happy with the undead. It's kind of like the opposite of his god's teaching. So he'll try to talk to him, but he'll do it for the good of the people. You think that he's like not really happy about it? So he's kind of obvious. He says he kind of lies when he says, I'll talk to him.
I just want to make sure it comes across that this information can help him kill more undead.
Why does he have an X over him? Is he dead? And he has -14 on hit points. Because apparently I can control him now.
So yeah, I'll tell him that before he goes off to the church.
Okay.
So
I'll guess
to our
I'll be
house.
nearby somewhere, but I can't hide, so that's the thing.
Well, we can try to find a house with a cellar. You two stay in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
A cellar or like a back room with less
Yeah.
windows, or like.
Everyone gets in a closet or something, I don't know.
So pretty much at night, at one of the like near one of the houses
myself
that
up before I let myself be baked, by the way.
pretty much at one of the
Yeah, we should
houses.
get some rest before.
Pretty much at one of the houses near where
you guys are at, but not right at the house, like probably like 3 or 4 houses away. You hear a something break inside one of the houses. This is pretty much the next night, okay? You see most of the people have left their houses and just went to the church. And you hear something break in one of the houses, and then almost immediately, because this is actually pretty, hurtable. You see a hooded figure start running off into the streets.
So this is the night.
The
Next
night.
night.
Next night. He goes running off into an alleyway.
I'm gonna give chase.
Yeah. You immediately turn to a corner and you can see a. I'm not fast forwarding it, but this is literally what's going to happen, regardless of skills or whatnot. You turn the corner and you can see like a sewer entrance, and it's open. And you can hear footsteps, like water, like down there.
I want to drop down and keep chasing him.
You guys hear this, and each one of you just starts going one by one. As you keep chasing, you eventually get to what's you're like running for a while. You're doing twists and turns, and every so often you can hear the noises. Like every so often you stop and you can hear like where he's running, like his general direction, and you just twist and turning through the sewers. Eventually, as you're all like coming one by one, you stone. Let me show you the map.
On the bottom where the thing is?
Yeah, the bottom left.
Bottom left. Yeah, there.
So just move myself over there. Swish.
Okay. You start hearing something off in the distance, but you're not sure. Well, the first one there is Stone, since he's kind of the first one giving chase. You guys are just off in the distance, trying just to keep up with him. Okay, you're slowly keeping up with him, and no, fucking hell. Okay. Good there. We're almost at the end of the session.
Mm-hmm. Rayleth, you need to get down here into the sewer.
Okay. Sorry about that. Where are we?
Down left, bottom left.
Okay.
Very, very, very
Down here.
Oh, okay. So then, you're right.
You can see a stone. You can see a stone door, like a metal door, just slides open where you're at right now. And there's a lot of smell, and you can see a hooded figure just looking at you from a distance, like in the middle of the room.
Would I know this sewer entrance to be one that can usually be used to get to the Undercity?
Probably, but the route that it's taking now is not going deep enough. It's staying on sewer street level only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just get Aaron. Stone, just move yourself to pretty much by the door there. Let me just find who that trigger token. It's almost about to end session. There you go. Doesn't look like that, but he's, like he's wearing like a mask. He's over here. And he just kind of like takes out like 2 daggers and just kind of like is about to turn around and start running again towards the door.
Do you want initiative or can we act freely?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Initiative. So you're definitely going to beat his initiative with that.
13.
How?
How do you roll a 13.5?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Because
ask.
tiebreaker. I have +5 in initiative.
0.5?
But why the 0.5?
Because tiebreaker, since I have a +5 in initiative, I most likely be ahead of most people.
So you guys know, you've been running for about 5 minutes down to the sewers, like 10 minutes or more. You've been twists and turnings. Most of you guys don't even know where you are. Aaron, you have an idea. You're thinking that you're still near the steps. But it's kind of, you've never been in this part of the steps. You're more on the other city kind of a guy. The sewers themselves is not really your kind of thing. So you can kind of get from one area to another, but it will take you like a survival check, and you do have like advantage on like your friends if you're going to use the sewers as a means of transportation. But you've never taken this route. So Aaron, the door is open.
Well, I'm.
Seraph would be first because 23.
Seraph.
I mean, if he's trying to run full person, I guess.
It does not work.
Do I feel it not working?
You feel it not working. You straight up feel it not. It is ineffective. It is a masked figure, and you see that he's reaching for the door, but this is like initiative that he's way too slow to beat you guys. So.
Okay, so I'll shout out, magic doesn't work, and I'll run into his direction for 30 feet. And do Blade Song.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Ervin.
If I move over there, can I stealth from him and go down there and shoot him?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of running away. See, he's not really paying attention to where I'm going. Yeah, I'm pretty sneaky.
Yeah, you did it.
And then sneak down with longbow out and shoot him in the back.
Okay. This is not really that high. Nice. Nice. You shoot it and the arrow goes through him. It sticks to the other side of the wall. Tunk.
Oh.
And
wait, what?
And this figure starts shifting in and out. It looks like an illusion. You're 100% sure it's an illusion. And right before...
Instantly with that, I'm going to use noticing that and making perception check. Where the fuck is the caster?
This thing breaks. Like, it just slides open almost immediately as a reaction from you shooting the illusion.
What breaks?
The floor.
It slides, and you fall into a pit of corpses. The illusion is like running in place, but slowly shift, like disappearing, like. And above you guys, you hear a faint, "Hallelujah! Praise the Lord! Hallelujah! Praise the Lord!"
Is it?
So it's just me falling into a pit of corpses?
Yeah, and something's moving, and something's moving inside of there.
Nice.
And I wasn't kidding. And I was
she falling?
like, they want to be sterile, so it would have been 60 feet down.
Oh.
I mean, you can be in acrobatics to not fall too hard.
So, do I see where the noise is coming from?
Above you guys.
Are we under the church?
Hallelujah! Praise the Lord of Light! He'll protect us from the Ripper!
Oh.
So, yes.
And we end the session.
Oh!
Thank you for ending the session with me in a pile of corpses.
Don't worry. Something moving around towards your direction, my good friend.
That was a great session, Giovanni.
Yeah.